All right, my brother, we are live with episode 72 of By the Numbers. What have we
72.
got?
Man, we got the Bricklayer, we got the Watchers, we got Little Wing, we got Sasquatch Sunset, and we got the Fall of Diddy. Those are 5 movies.
Nice. And we've got a special guest.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get going. Faces for Radio podcast in 5, 4, 3, 2. What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining us as the Faces for Radio podcast presents By the Numbers, where we take new releases in theater, streaming, and video. We watch them, we review them, we let you know our thoughts. I am your host, David. My co-host is
Rich. How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good, bro. You know what? It's getting a little better. I'm seeing some sunlight on the horizon over at Costa de Lo. So, I mean, I don't have a job yet, but I'm doing okay, but also doing okay. Let's bring out our special guest because
we have a great special guest this week.
We do. We try to bring him over as much as possible, and then we punish him with the movies that we present to him. But he knows what he's getting into coming into this. But let's bring him out. Our good friend, our brother from another podcast, Nate from Nate Flicks Reviews.
What's up? Thank you, David, for introducing me as doing okay. That is a fitting that's a fitting description. Doing pretty okay.
Doing okay. I don't want to overstep. Like go. No, Nate's doing great. But I don't want to.
You don't want to undersell it either. Like
I don't want to undersell. I say, this guy is so depressed.
Okay.
We need let's all give him a hug when he comes out. I was like, you know what, Nate seems okay.
Yes.
And that's good. It's not a thing to shake a stick at.
Yeah. I mean, I'm excited to be here. You know, I love a good Geeks and Flicks Faces for Radio crossover. It's always fun. I was talking with Alex offline. I'm like, bro, you got to go on. I'm just telling you that. He's like scared because he's worried about the movies y'all are going to make him watch.
I'm going to reach out to him this week. I'm going to reach out to him.
We got to do one together too. We got to do one.
We got to do one. We got to do a 4-way. Yeah, we got to do a fatal 4-way.
Yeah. We have to plan it in advance with the releases to make sure it works.
Exactly. To make sure everything coincides, and then we have to. Yeah, I want you guys to have some input, saying, hey, we want to do like these 2 movies, and then we'll pick. So like we'll do maybe a 6er. Where we'll all watch 6, but you guys pick 3, we pick 3.
Oh, see, that'd be fucking
all new releases, and we'll go for it.
We should do that in August. We should do that in August.
August depends. I do have a little staycation. No, but you know what? You guys do a show on Wednesday. As long as
July work for you.
Yeah.
I mean,
the only thing is my schedule. I don't get it until like 10 days ahead. So I was able to join this kind of last second. And luckily you guys include theater movies. So like I see those no matter what. So like I'm guaranteed I will have seen at least one of your movies as long as there's a theater movie. The rest I can get through because I work from home. So I can do short notice. That's the hard part of planning it too far in advance. So maybe get Alex, get him on a date, and then I will try to see what I can do. But it would be fun. But I'm looking forward to tonight, honestly.
Yeah, me too. I can't wait to talk about these movies because there was some extremes going on here that I was not ready to talk
about. One of them.
There was one movie that you were blowing up my phone.
Yeah.
Yes.
There was
deservedly so.
There was one that was blowing up both of our phones, and then there was one where it was like, who came up with this one? and I was like,
questions.
And I was like, that wasn't me. It was a recommendation from an outside source. we took it that way.
I have a
But let's say hi to the chat and say hi to everybody. Jay Manley's in the house. What's up, Jay?
What's up, Jay?
I gotta get you back, bro.
Okay, my friend.
I'm looking forward to see
he's
you
going to get his kidney stone surgery tomorrow.
Yeah, he's getting some stones removed.
Yeah.
Oh man,
they've been jangling around in there for a long time. I'm glad he's finally going to get them out.
Best of luck, my brother, in your surgery, and those should go. It should go pretty well. I don't anticipate any big nasty.
You rested up by the 13th.
But yeah, get some rest. I've had one kidney stone, but I didn't have it removed. I had it shot with a laser, and then it came out naturally. But I'm going to say that like not unnaturally, because that was painful.
I had one, and I had it removed surgically as well. Yeah. In 27 at the end of 2016. So it was the worst.
Bounty Hunter
Honcho. That's a new name.
Yeah.
So have you been on before on a different name? If not, welcome to the show.
Welcome. Yeah.
Do my best to stick around. Appreciate it. And he says again, I'll do my best to stick around. Gotta get up at the butt crack of dawn for surgery. And saying hey to Nate.
What's up,
Colin Oates is in the house. What's up, Colin Oates? Good to see you. And speaking of dates, what's up, Alex?
What's up, Alex?
Alex is in the house.
He's here. He wants to hear about this movie. That's why. I know.
Oh shit.
No.
Everybody's saying hey to everybody. Love it. I'm glad you guys are on. We've got 4 live on Twitter, 5 on my channel, 5 on the Faces of Radio channel, and then 1 over there on Turner Fan 77's channel live watching us. We are also live on Instagram right now. And Sarah is with us on Instagram. It's good to see you.
What's up, Sarah? Hope you're doing good. I'm gonna go check over there.
Oh, bye. Let's tell them. Let's tell them really quick. I got a giveaway. I want to get it out the way now before I forget. So I have a digital code to give away. As a guest, I brought gifts. I said, you know what? I'm coming on this show. Let me bring a present for their viewers. You know, we have some crossover, but you guys got some people we don't got. And I said, I bring gifts. So I have a digital code of Chinatown, a classic film. Jack Nicholson, Faye Dunaway. Fantastic in 4K. So I have a digital code that I'm going to give away to one of you guys in the chat. There will be a over the course of this show, David will be asking a series of questions, and we want you guys to answer. So he will be asking if you have seen these movies. Depending on the answer on a specific movie, a specific answer, that's how we will choose. So it's a secret giveaway. We're not telling you what it is or what the answer is. But make sure you answer if you're interested in winning the code, and then I'll get with you after over on Instagram or whatever, and I'll send you a code. So there you go. That's how we're gonna do it.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. I can't wait to do this. Let's see what we get.
Follows the directions.
See if anyone follows the directions. As namely me, because I got to be the one to ask. Anybody seeing this?
So, and then I got to pay attention too. To see
we also got to say hey to Caveman. Dell popped in. Great to see you guys. And got a good crowd
just like that. Jay is wide awake. Now he doesn't need to wake up early.
Yeah, he's like, I might stick around. I don't need to get. Just make sure you're fasting because you're not supposed to eat. That's the only thing I got to worry about.
That's after midnight, right?
But they're gonna knock you out anyway. You don't need to.
Yeah. Good luck.
Yeah. Best wishes, bro.
He'll be fine. I had that. You'll be fine.
Yeah,
he's had him. I think he's had him before. So I don't mean to tell his business, but I'm pretty sure this is not his first rodeo.
It's probably not his first rodeo. He's had enough burn ends, I think, to where he's had some kidneys. I think that's
sandwiches.
Yeah, loose meat sandwiches makes the kidney stones.
I like loose meat sandwiches, man.
Loose meat sandwiches make the kidney stones come loose.
I don't like loose meat on my women. I like them on my sandwich.
Sure.
All right. Speaking of loose meat on women, so what? So we took these. So we took these 5 movies, and after we watched them, reviewed them, I took all your scores, averaged it out for the 3 of us, and then ranked them from 5 to 1. Let me tell you, our average scores are not great.
Okay, and I hope it wasn't just me.
No, it wasn't just you. Okay. There's a lot of diversity, and diversity kills when it comes to the Faces for Radio score.
Gotcha.
But it's better when we're all closer together because then the average score is better. But if somebody, let's say, is down in the 20s and then somebody's in the 60s, then it tends to be
40.
pretty low. It tends to be 4.
There was one movie I really did not like.
Yeah. It's
just one?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Jay,
I mean,
this is the second time. And it's the taco pizza.
Rich, you eat taco pizza too?
Not very often.
Okay.
Dude.
I mean,
I was getting on Jay for the taco pizza. It's weird.
So, but my son, when he was working for the pizza place here in town, he made me a taco calzone.
Okay.
So he took basic calzone with the hamburger meat and all that. He cooked it, and then he opened it up like a taco, and then put in the lettuce and tomato and salsa and stuff like that, and then closed it back up, put it in for a little bit longer, and then brought it out, and jalapenos and all that. And I was like, dude, that was great. That was really good. But now, I try to go there to the pizza place, and my son doesn't work there anymore. And I'm like, can you make me the taco cows? No, they won't make the taco. They won't make me shit. They won't do the breadsticks the way I like. I'm like, damn it. So, but anyway, so yeah, we took the 5 movies. We watched them all. We scored them all. That we definitely talked back and forth about them. About a couple. Dell, it was insane. That was it. It was a gigantic thing. It's probably contributing to my diabetes as we speak, but it was
probably contributed to your joy in the moment.
It definitely, it would definitely increased my joy factor, But speaking of joy factor, what did we get? What do you think was the lowest scored movie? Average score, the lowest average score. So the 3 of us, which one do you think got the lowest score?
Me?
Yeah, go ahead, Nate.
Okay. If it's not this certain movie, I'm gonna be mad. I'm hoping. There's 2 options here for me. It's either Sasquatch Sunset, which is what it should be, or it's Downfall of Diddy. Those are pretty much the only 2 that I could think of that would be 5th.
It was really good, Jay. It was really good.
I'm gonna say it's Downfall of Diddy because I feel like Rich probably liked the Sasquatch movie, but so I'll say Downfall of Diddy is number 5.
Okay, Rich, what do you think?
I'm gonna go with The Watchers. I did not like that movie at all.
Okay,
that's the movie I pick.
Interesting.
Okay. Our number 5 movie this week, you guys, is The Downfall of Diddy.
I figured.
And I'm gonna move Nate up there so you guys can see him. So The Downfall of Diddy. This is a TMZ movie that it was on Tubi. I think there was another place you could watch it, like Crackle or some crap. I can't remember what it was.
All the free places.
All the free places.
Yeah.
But I didn't like this. I am not a TMZ fan, and this felt like a TMZ episode. It wasn't a documentary. There was no information given. It was really just everything that I saw on the news and stuff, all pushed into 1 hour and 8-minute show. Yeah. With the TMZ dudes talking like they always do in the TMZ. I am not a TMZ fan. I don't like the show. There was no information. There was a lot of racial comments about it, like, oh, they shouldn't have treated Diddy like that. That's because of his race. And then they were like, no, it's because he's got a full entourage of people with guns. So we came in full force. And I was like, okay, whatever. I will say this doesn't take a lot of time. It's only, like I said, it's only 1 hour and 8 minutes, but I still didn't like it.
Hey, wait. Did everyone in the chat? Did you guys watch the Downfall of Diddy?
Did you guys see the Downfall of Diddy? Please let us know in the chat.
Just put it in there. Sorry, Rich. Go ahead. I know I'm a guest. Go ahead.
No, I was just
Mike. What's up, brother?
Mike,
man, All the Way Mike is back in the house. Oh, I'm changing your name to All the Way Mike.
All the Way
I
Mike.
love it.
I like
All the Way Mike. The dirt on Diddy, meh. Yeah.
I mean, I'm fascinated by the story that he's been able to get away with this for so long. Presumably, what do you say? He hasn't been convicted, so that part. That's why I scored it a little high, because of the story I'm fascinated with. But I already knew what was already in there. If
Yeah,
that makes
it's probably
sense.
a good idea to say no. If you watch the news at all, if you saw any of that transpired, like back in March or whatever, you don't get anything new out of it.
Yeah.
I got it on Tubi and I was like, hey, Rich, let's put this on. It's current
This
events.
was your pick.
This was my pick, and I'm regretting it. But I was like, oh, it's a Tubi original. I didn't see the TMZ thing.
Well,
Otherwise, I probably would have turned myself, because there was another OJ Simpson one in there that I was going to watch until I watched this. And then I was like, no.
Since you recommended this one, I recommended one for a couple weeks from now or next week.
Oh, I was going to say, you recommended Sasquatch Sunset. We're going to talk about that in a
No.
I think been hectic as hell with my oldest graduation. Oh, congratulations on your oldest. Youngest awesome. Getting black belt in Taekwondo. Awesome.
Oh, wow.
I should be around more regularly. Now, my dudes. Awesome, I appreciate that.
We missed you, man.
We missed you, Mike. But we haven't been doing very many Kevin Smith stuff. So you haven't missed stuff as far as that goes. There's going to be a good doc about Diddy one day, but I knew this wasn't it. Yep, you're right.
Right. Yeah, you're definitely right.
Yeah. So you guys, I don't have much more to add. I mean, first of all, I hate the TMZ show that's like on Fox or whatever that it's always on.
Me too.
I absolutely hate it. I don't watch it. When I see it's on, I change it. It's those two guys and they're standing up like talking in the office and everyone's like, hey, we should, we saw Jared Leto walking down the sidewalk. And it's like, oh, so it's like that, except this one, they're serious. They're not joking around. This time they're serious, but it's the same format.
It's the same dudes. Yeah.
You're absolutely right. There's no new, you're better off, like Del, to your point of it keeps recommending, you keep saying no, you're better off reading a wiki article. You'll get the same exact information in a 1/8 of the time. The one thing this had that could have been interesting was Aubrey O'Day talking, and she wouldn't say anything. She said, I'm not going to say anything. I'll say it later.
Yeah.
Well, then why am I watching this? I don't care. I watched this at my sister's house when I was working. Like I was working from her home, and she was like, "Oh, look, this is it." I said, "Okay, put it on." So I watched it there, and we both were like, what is this? This is just, it's bland. It's a TV episode that happens to be 68 minutes. There's no new information. And again, the one person who could have shed some light that you haven't heard wouldn't do it. She was like, no, later. So I'm like, okay, this sucks.
I'm not going to speak on that, but I will. And I'm like, what's that?
Do you think that was a lawyer issue? Maybe her
lawyer
told her not.
I think that was she's trying to sell her damn book.
Exactly. She wants someone to pay her.
She wants her money. Yeah. She wants her money. She's not going to let the cat out of the bag for TMZ. She's going to let it out for her book deal. And her own documentary deal or whatever she gets.
Yeah,
she's out for her own money.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah, she's going for a Hulu documentary.
It was short, but ultimately pointless.
But not too big around.
Yeah, this was my lowest scored thing. But it wasn't my least.
What's up, Rob?
What's up,
Rob? Roberto. What's up?
So
yeah, I hated this. It was a waste.
So yeah, it looks like nobody has seen this. Nobody's piped into the chat, so nobody has seen the downfall of Diddy. Okay. If you haven't seen it, I don't recommend it. I'm just, you got everything you needed from the news reports and from all the TikTok stuff and all the other stuff. Evan, you didn't miss much. We're just doing our number 5 movie, so you're okay. You don't have to worry.
No.
But I love that, saying hi to everybody. So yeah, let's go to the highlights. And I want to highlight Nate's highlights. Because I just want to talk about the ones for a second. Because you put ones for acting, trailer, ending, visuals, direction, and sound. I mean, what? You got a 7. You got a 7 for the story. That's your highest score.
Yes.
Everything else is 1s. You got a couple of 6s and a 3 for the subgenre.
The cast is lucky that I know who a lot of these celebrities are.
It's a good thing you put a 6 for cast, because you're like, okay, Diddy, I know him.
I know her. I know Aubrey O'Day.
And I know Aubrey O'Day, and I know the
TMZ guys. So I'm like,
I know the TMZ guys.
But
I didn't know them.
Scores. There's no. First of all, sound. What like it's talking heads and some background music, like dramatic background music.
They
Like
play his music.
There were some Diddy and Mace and some Biggie and some Tupac. There was some stuff in there. So I mean, I kind of dug the music, but you have to dig deep to really, and you don't get a whole lot. It's just kind of like,
if you want to hear clips of Bad Boys for Life, then sure, you can get 10 seconds of it here. But yeah, I stand by. What else did I give 1 to? What was the other ones?
Well, yeah, visuals, of course. The trailer, you watch the trailer, you're like, no.
Trailer. It was like 30 seconds long.
It was a horrible trailer.
Yeah.
It was a horrible trailer. I mean, it was like, but I was interested in the story because I wanted to see if there's any more in there. So I actually gave that a score, but it was like,
I gave it a score too.
And you gave a 1 to the ending, which makes sense because I was like, what was that? It was great. I saw that and I was like 1s across the board. I was just laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Rich, you gave 8s to the cast, trailer, story, and then 7s. And 7s to
music. So I thought this was going to be.
I thought it was going to be more informative. I really thought. And then you gave 7s to sound, genre, and subgenre, and acting. Now I gave a 10 to the cast because unfortunately I knew everybody. And I did give an 8 to the sound, and I gave 7s to the story and the trailer because I was drawn by the whole story, not by the trailer itself, but I wanted to see if there was going to be any dirt, anything new, and there wasn't.
Nope.
But it did draw me to the documentary, for lack of a better word, because I wouldn't call it a documentary. It was a TMZ episode.
Yeah, it's a TV special, a Tubi TV special.
It was a Tubi TMZ TV show.
You remember those like episodes of like 60 Minutes where it was like a special one story for the episode of 60 Minutes?
Yeah.
Like this. That's what this is.
Like, that's what this was. Yeah. Only not good. Because I mean 60
minutes commercials because it's on
60 minutes is informative. You get like 42 minutes with the commercials and stuff, and you get more information. Of stuff you didn't even know you wanted to know about. Let's talk about Billy who collects bottles. Oh. Great.
This guy is Diddy's drug dealer.
This is Diddy's drug dealer. They found marijuana candy in his suitcase.
I'm like, what is
and he's the only one that got arrested, right?
He's the only one that got arrested in that big raid of both his properties. He's the only one.
Yeah.
And they're like, he's just his drug mule. And I'm like, so
cool.
Great.
Thank
you.
They didn't talk to him. They didn't ask him any questions. Nothing. They just like,
nothing.
He got arrested.
Yep.
Wow. Thank you.
All right. Let's put the handcuffs on this one and close it out with our final scores on the downfall of Diddy. Guys, this is on Tubi if you want. But I'm gonna say take a 0 on it. Don't even worry about it. Wait for the good one, as Del said. There's gonna be a good documentary about this, but
for this one.
It'll probably be a ways down the road.
Might be 60 minutes.
Might be. IMDb is giving this a 5.3. I couldn't even find this on Rotten Tomatoes, so they're not even touching it. Rich, you gave it a 68. I gave it a 56, and that should say Nate and not Del.
Del.
I had Del last week. Nate gave it a 28 total average score, 50.67. I'm going to fix that. Sorry.
I'm going to change my name to Del.
His name is now Del. Only when he gives bad scores, we'll call him Del.
28. 68, Rich. Okay.
See, I liked the music. I gave the acting.
You know what, Rich? You don't have to tell us. I think you just made stuff up. Like, let me just give it some credit for it's horrible.
I'm gonna put some
There's no reason to give it those points. It's like we watched two different things. I don't even know. 8 for 5-second clips of songs I liked from 2002. Okay, I guess. I guess.
I was fishing a little bit. I ain't gonna lie.
You're generous. Yeah, you're generous.
I was digging. I was trying to find something because it was my recommendation, and I still gave it a 56. I was like, no. I was like, no, there's got to be something, right? Please give me something out of this. Don't make this as crappy as the stuff that Rich picks. But it was crappy.
I was gonna give the acting a 5, but the dude that was sticking up for Diddy, he was believing what he was saying.
The one dude that was on his side in the documentary, I was like, I'm
great.
feeling that.
Oh, wasn't that that guy so annoying? What's his name?
I keep
Stevie
thinking
J?
like Jimmy J.
Stevie J.
Something.
Stevie J.
He's on like a lot of the VH1 like Love and Hip Hop. He's one of the most annoying guys. He's full of crap, and that's why he was the only one sticking up for him.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
You watch Love and Hip Hop? That's what I just took out of that.
No. I know he's on Love and Hip Hop. I even have cable, but I know he's on Love and Hip Hop. But I know him. He's like in the music industry. So if you're abreast of pop culture,
I couldn't stand him. But I like.
He's annoying. Yeah, he's the worst.
Yeah. There's no way he believes what he's saying.
Yeah.
No, he is making sure he's staying on that payroll. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, Diddy,
he's making sure he's still getting that money.
I never sold you out. Don't take me off the payroll.
Yeah.
There you go. See, Del, Stevie J is a Diddy sycophant. Exactly. This is exactly right. Yeah. So screw that guy. And Diddy probably did it. Whatever they said, I believe he did it. I know he's not guilty yet, but I'm allowed to have an opinion. He did it. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, he did it.
Yeah. All of it. Anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I was making some changes.
You've changed my name.
Did you do Dell on all the cards?
No, just a couple of them, but the first two, I still had Dell's name on there. So I'm like, I'm changing all this shit. So that means I had to change the outro too.
Oh, that's funny.
Having recognizable music is enough. I agree with that.
Thank you, Michael.
Even in a documentary, it has to be effectively used. Yeah. Wow, Dell hated it. Wow, Dave, way to shortchange your guest. Really?
Calling me Dell. By
calling, yeah. Dell's a good guy. I don't think I shortchanged him at all. But
I ain't complaining. Yeah, it's all good.
If anything, I shortchanged Dell by putting a 28 next to Dell's name. But no, he's okay. Yep, Stevie J. Yeah. He is. I mean, he had his. I know he's got his nose so far up his butt that you don't know where he ends and Diddy begins. But
100%.
But yeah, fixed.
There we go.
Sorry about that, Nate. And sorry to
no, you're good. No, no big deal.
I thought I had that done, but I guess
the score was accurate. I'd stand by it, whether it said Nate or Dell. I don't, whatever.
I don't think Dell would stand by it too. Yeah, because he wouldn't even watch it. So
he won't even watch it. It keeps recommending skipping it.
So he was like, I know it's gonna suck. So he's like, I'll stand by that 28.
Yeah. He'll score for the both of us.
Yeah. Yeah. We're both. All right. So let's move on to number 4. Oh, nice. 12 on YouTube, 7 on Twitter right now. So thank you guys so much for joining us.
Hit the like button.
Yeah. Hit the like button, please. If you're not subscribing, please subscribe to us. And also Geeks and Flicks and Nate's Instagram in the description. So please give them a follow if you haven't already.
Geeks and Flicks has got some awesome content.
Oh, so Caveman just sent me a boo in the Instagram. Well, probably a little while ago because I wasn't looking, but I'm still working on the Instagram thing because having that go live, I have to go to a different screen, and I don't.
And I try to watch it on here and my phone, and at the same time, it's kind of hard.
It's hard. It's hard. Speaking of hard, let's go to our number 4 movie.
It's got to be Sasquatch. It's got to be.
No, it can't be Sasquatch Sunset.
There's no. If this is not fourth, there's no way. I'm gonna leave.
Watcher sucked.
This is work. That is work.
No.
Oh, please, David, tell us what it is. It has to be this. It has to be.
What do you think it is, Rich?
He thinks Watchers again.
Watchers or Bricklayer?
You think Watchers again?
Yeah. One of the
okay. Our number 4 movie this week.
Sasquatch Sunset. Thank God. Thank God something. Oh, yeah, Rich, you should leave. First of all, Rich should leave.
He's muted himself. Motherfucker. Yes. God damn it. I wanted
to pick this movie. And you should leave. Okay? You should. No, go back.
No.
Turn it off again.
No.
Yeah, thank you.
Go to your room.
You're on timeout, dude. You're on timeout. I can't wait to talk about this movie. Did anybody watch this movie?
Did anybody watch Sasquatch Sunset yet? Has anybody seen it?
Let us know in the
besides
chat.
Rich.
No.
Ooh, Rich is mad.
Who cares? I'm mad. I don't care if he's mad that this is not.
Damn, that's in Rich's tip 5. You don't know the meaning of your typo right there. It's in his tip 5. That and doing him dirty. You just wait. I got something. I got a special for you. Evan says Rich is upset that the doc about his family history is number 4.
Yeah, look at his shirt.
What's up, Jerry?
Family crest.
Yeah,
look.
What's up, Jerry?
I haven't seen the classic yet.
Nope, only heard that. Nobody seen it. All right.
Oh man,
y'all are lucky.
Only heard things about.
I like this movie.
Rich, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me.
No, it was new. It was
Can I go first, David? Can I go first?
Yes, you go first, Nate.
Hey, thank you. This, Rich. There's no way. This is one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. Considering the fact that this is an actual film that had a budget, that had production value, that had named actors. Riley Keough is in this. Jesse Eisenberg. They're in it, but they're in it. But where? They're dressed like Sasquatches. The fact that it had elements of an actual film and is literally, this is unspoilerable. So if you guys are watching this and you're interested in the movie, I promise you can't spoil it because there's no plot. There's no story. There's not a plot. This is an hour and a half of you following around this little group of Sasquatches. It's 4 of them, 2 men, 1 little boy, 1 woman. They walk around and they're in the woods and stuff happens. That's the movie. Like, it's an hour and a half of that, but it's not real Sasquatches. I'd be interested if it was real Sasquatches. No, it's people dressed like Sasquatches. So they're going like, and I'm like,
sounds like when I have sex.
That's horrible.
Speaking of which,
that's horrifying. And don't tell everybody that.
Harry and the Hendersons is the only acceptable Sasquatch movie. Rich loved the movie so much. You got the T-shirt.
Yeah, so you have an hour and a half of that. On top of that, this movie's disgusting. Like, it's gross, and it's not like, I didn't find it fun. I didn't laugh at anything that happened. You have like all the bodily functions. There's like pissing and crapping on the floor and vomiting and spraying breast milk on the street. I'm like, what am I watching here? Like, what?
This is right up Dave's alley.
No, it's not. This is up your alley, apparently. You like this movie. What's the point of this? Oh, we found a road. Let's just do all this weird stuff to it. There's constantly these Sasquatches running around with skinny wieners. You just see them the whole time. They look like pencils. No, it is
they look
ridiculous.
Like fingers. Like
a little finger.
Like a little finger.
Why am I watching boners? Why am I watching Sasquatches with full-on hard-ons walking around? Miserable. This was one of the worst movies. Everything I've said, guys, in the chat happens. All of that happens. I didn't make any of it up, and I didn't exaggerate. It all happens. It's all pointless, ultimately, and I hated it.
Yeah.
See, I instantly thought of Dave when they're taking their shit and throwing it. I was like, Dave's gonna love this. Dave loves poo.
I've done that, but that's a totally different context.
This was horrific. I really hated it.
Dave's neighborhood.
It could have been.
It could be. It could be right up the hill.
Now, okay, I do want to say this to give it praise because I did some of my points. Yeah, some of my points were I have highlights on this one. It looks beautiful. It's shot because. You know why, though? Because nature's beautiful. So there's trees. The location, gorgeous. No problem. The music, I liked. I liked the score. I would have rather just looked at shots of nature and the music. It's relaxing and peaceful. Take the Sasquatches out. They actually ruined the movie for me. I hated them. It was horrible. Not funny. Not clever. Not interesting. Boring. Disgusting. Trash. I absolutely
But you like The Flash.
The Flash has a story. What am I watching here? This is not even a story. I'm just watching people in Sasquatch suits walk around.
You go to the zoo.
And make. Those are real animals, Rich. These are people in suits going spraying breast milk everywhere and taking diarrhea dumps on the floor. Like, what? Yeah, I do. I like the zoo better. I like the zoo. I like the Flash better. Name another movie. I liked it better than this. What was that one we watched? The Elevator. I'd rather watch the Elevator Game.
The Elevator Game. Elevator Game better than this.
Story. It has a story. This doesn't even have one.
I don't.
Go ahead.
Yeah. No.
I'll go last. It's fine.
Yeah,
I'll go last.
Any of my arguments.
No, all your points are valid. I will give you your opinion.
But you just liked it?
I just liked this movie. I did.
Okay. That's
Okay, I won't
You can
say
buy it on
what you
digital for
told me not to say.
$14.99.
What a ripoff. I
And
rented
you-
this and I'm
and
upset. You owe me $6.
And you get it for a month. You get it for a month.
You owe me $6, Rich. This was the biggest waste of my $6 that I ever had.
Okay. I love
Breast
the way the
milk is
Sasquatch-
not a genre I'm into.
Listen, there's scenes
Okay,
where the
so-
girl Sasquatch starts like rubbing her crotch and smelling
Mike
her
is
fingers.
lactose intolerant, apparently.
And that's funny. She's like rubbing her crotch and going,
The way you're
and then making her own kid smell it. I'm like, what the hell? I almost turned it off.
Do you like that?
Yeah, I nearly turned it off. I was like, this is horrible.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I didn't see it as a comedy. I didn't. I took it as they were just like a camera was there following them. Like they don't know what they're doing. They're just doing what nature does. They have sex. They shit. They die. You know, I'd like that. I
You
didn't
like
see-
that? You you like watching animals have
wait,
sex and take craps and then
No,
dying?
that
what-
sounded bad. That sounded bad.
what the heck?
It sounded bad.
It sounded bad.
That's going to be a
Clean
quote
that up.
on her shirt.
I know.
Wait, that's a shirt. That's
It's
a quote.
animals
If I was in
having
the chat.
and
I
living
would have
and
put it as
dying.
a
It's
quote.
great.
Yep.
I took it as a nature show, a nature movie, okay? Because I believe Sasquatch are real, but yes, these are actors.
Oh, you're one of those. That's why he thinks this is like a documentary.
Documentary. Out in the woods
Oh, this
is
what
the
they do.
Sasquatch family
I
shitting
liked
on the
costume
road.
design. I liked, how that one thing got his wiener out and tried to fight the lion. And I didn't
He
understand
was trying to
that.
have sex with
trying to have sex with
the sex with the mountain
Yeah, because
lion.
he was
dude.
going like this.
He was like,
that's
See,
a
he was
I
sign
didn't
for.
think that.
like, give
What
me
do you
some
mean
of
you didn't
that.
think it? That's what it
He
is.
He was
He
trying
goes
to
to the woman.
fuck the mountain
He goes like
lion, and the
this.
mountain lion killed him.
Yeah, come on,
I didn't
Rich.
take it that way.
Oh, but you didn't watch it correctly because that's literally what he was trying to do.
Maybe I missed that.
Getting a
I
whole
just
new
thought he was-
perspective on Rich tonight.
You were on your phone. You need to get off your phone and watch this because
I
it's
think
horrible.
Nate gave
No,
the whole plot of the movie. Thank you for taking the bullet for us.
The plot. I give you the plot.
The plot.
It is
And
absolutely
it basically says spend the year in the life of a unique family is what it
Yeah.
says in the plot. Okay.
I'm sorry, Rich. Go ahead.
No,
What
that's.
were you saying?
I mean, all your stuff is valid. Animal sex. Who said that? Was that Rob?
That was Rob.
No, I dug it just because it was unique. I wasn't expecting it when I watched it. I was like, oh, but I did like the costume design. I liked how it was outside of the box. It wasn't a normal film. The visuals were great, except for the wieners and the poo.
No, you liked that. You liked all that. Breast milk, the water breaking, what is that?
Oh, yeah.
Placenta. Yeah, you were into all that.
Yeah, and that baby just came out. And,
Yeah, that ugly little baby. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. I dug it. I know you guys didn't. That's all. I mean,
I don't
couldn't
understand
defend-
what's to like. That's my thing. It's like because I saw some Letterboxd reviews and I was like, I don't
What did the
understand.
Letterboxd reviews say?
Like they were decent. Like the scores are pretty decent. And I'm like, how?
No, I don't like the human
No,
centipede.
he does not like human centipede, bro.
Nope.
That's
that
a
has
totally
plot,
different
though.
thing.
That has a story.
At least had a story to it.
Has a story. That
Okay,
has a
but here's
beginning,
another
a middle,
thing.
and an end.
Literally, there's like 3 ends.
End to end.
The Sasquatch
End
stuff,
to end to end.
they put in some of the stuff that people have reported, in this movie, which I thought was kind of cool because the director must have been researching a little bit.
What's
What
up,
the hell
Rev?
did I-
Rev,
What's up, Rev?
thank you. Just scroll back
And
like
that's
5
another
minutes.
thing I liked.
Yeah.
That's another thing I liked about.
I'm
the film.
upset that one of the directors and the guy who played the dad Sasquatch is named Nathan. I'm upset. I was like, you couldn't be named Rich or something else. Like, don't. What are you doing?
I'm changing
to
your
us,
name to
Ellie?
Rich.
Change your name, you fool.
You need to go to IMDb, change his name. Please change his
Yeah,
name.
I
Please
think
change his name.
when it
He
comes to
can't be a
movies,
Nathan.
No, he's not. He wasn't acting like it. When it comes to movies, I don't. I do like uniqueness, and I do. Like original stuff. But I don't automatically give garbage movies credit for it. Like, it's not like, okay, this is horrible. I hate it. It's garbage, but I also like it because it's different. No, it's cool that it's different. I still hated it.
Yeah.
I totally be better not saying
Evan says to stop picking on Rich, Nate.
Say it.
All films are subjective.
Dave, you could say Rich.
Sasquatch subject. I go down that rabbit hole. I listen to podcasts about Sasquatch, and you're right. When you said it, it kind of clicked in me. I did view this film as somewhat of a documentary. Ain't gonna lie.
Okay, is it my turn?
Yeah,
Can I speak?
I'm done.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's totally fine. I'm gonna speak to this because I am also a believer in Bigfoot, but I view this as an insult to Bigfoot. Because this is how, because as a former professional wrestler, I hated Nacho Libre. I felt it was an insult to professional wrestling and to Lucha Libre in particular.
I agree.
I feel the same way about this. This was an insult to anybody who believes in Bigfoot because the crap that they did, literally, the crap that they did was stupid. They turned, I did like, and to Rich's point, I liked they took some of the myths or some of the things that they theorize about Bigfoot, like the way they communicate with the wood knocks and things like that. They did have that with the whoops and all that. And I was like, okay, I like that. That was kind of cool. And then they're like fucking, and then they're throwing shit, and then they're peeing on stuff, and then they're
spraying breast milk on the street.
Breast milk, and then they're trying to fuck a mountain lion and getting killed, and then the other one's getting run over by a log, and then there's fucking
she's making everybody smell her fingers after rubbing.
Making everybody smell her twat.
What is this
for the whole movie? She's like, I think there's something wrong. Smell that, and I'm like, this is a person I don't date.
Yeah, she did it to her kid. She made her kid smell it. That's weird as hell.
That was weird. Yeah,
this is bizarre.
Yeah. As Nate described the movie, Rich just thinks "Stop attacking my family reunion."
He tells me not to pick on him.
I know, right. But that's because Evan gets the monopoly. But I will say I have a special treat for you guys because there is one person in my house that liked Sasquatch Sunset, and I filmed it. Check this out.
Oh, that.
So my dog Gnocchi liked the movie.
Hey, shout out this movie's dog approved.
Dog approved. I was like, I'm watching this thing, and I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? And
that's how it opens. That's the opening of the movie.
That's how it opens. That's the opening scene. It's in the trailer.
It's
for God's
like
sake.
That movie Dale picked up for us to watch.
With Philip Seymour Hoffman, fucking Marissa Tomei in the beginning, and I'm like,
Before the Devil. That's a great movie though. That has a story and a plot.
That was a great movie. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
But when it started out, I'm like, what? So, do you remember there was one of the that Wrong Turn franchise where they got like full on with the mutants and stuff, and there was that one scene where the mutants are having sex in the woods.
Yes,
that's what this reminded me of.
I've never seen those.
Yeah.
I only seen the first one.
They're better than this. If you like this, you love Wrong Turn 2.
So Gnocchi approved. What do you mean this movie has no plot? It's clearly a classic.
David, I'm glad you showed that clip because if you look at that clip, you have two Sasquatch going humping in the woods. You got two other ones just standing still, just standing there watching, like
holding hands. They're holding hands and they're watching.
Then you have a deer just looking around. Here I am. I'm a deer. Then they cut back to the humping, and it's like the whole movie's just that. Things like that over and over and over. for 90 minutes. It felt excruciatingly long.
Yeah, I was not happy with this. There was, I was actually looking forward to this. I was expecting something that I would like because of my belief in Bigfoot, but I ended up being insulted with it. And
See, I didn't take it that way.
I didn't like it. I was like, I'm sorry. You know, the whole thing with the tent and then the way it ended. I was just like,
I didn't like the ending. I will give you that.
Yelling at the statue. I was like,
the ending. It
just sort of the ending. It just kind of like,
you're right.
It just kind of like, okay, we're done. Sasquatch Sunset. I'm like, yes. Great. Now I can go out and chop wood because that was what I was.
When this came out at the theater, I was like, I never want to watch that. And I saw like Ari Aster's name attached to it. And I was like, I'll never see that.
Attached to this?
Yes, it's like presented by or something. He's not even a producer. I don't know what he did. He put his name on it. But I remember seeing the trailer and being like, absolutely not ever. And then I come on this show and I saw it and I was like, oh no.
And you're right, gonna watch it.
And now Rich owes me $6.
Yeah,
90 minutes.
It made me want to ask Grant. Grant, what did you think of Sasquatch Sunset?
And in the meantime,
so
right in.
Yeah, he was like, he's ready. He's in. I was the fifth Sasquatch, but I didn't have enough hair on my body. So, but as far as I like the music, I like the placement of the score. I enjoyed the music here. I enjoyed the visuals. Like Nate, I think the visuals were nice.
Yes.
I like the practical effects, the costumes, I like the costumes. I like the way that they did the baby. It was a little funky at first, but there were things that I liked about it. So on those notes, I gave good scores, but there was one time where Rich texted me and he goes, "Hey, did you buy Sasquatch Sunset?" And I was like, "No, I didn't."
Why would you ever want to watch this?
He buys everything.
He buys but I am so glad I didn't. I bought Skinamarink. I'm sorry. I bought Skinamarink and I fucking regretted that ever since.
I saw that at the theater. Regal Unlimited, shout out. It was free.
Yeah, but I'm not so sure. If I had Skinamarink and Sasquatch Sunset in front of me, I don't know which one I would watch.
Oh, that's easy. Sasquatch Sunset for me.
This name is, I keep calling it the same thing, Rich. I keep messing up. I'm calling it like Sasquatch and Sasquatch and Sun. There's too many S's.
Yeah,
I hate the alliteration. This has firmly moved into my least favorite movie of 2024. This is the worst movie that's released this year that I've seen. So thank you for that, Rich. When I make my video at the end of the year for my top 5 worst, you will get a shout out. Shout out to Rich for making me see the worst movie of 2024, Sasquatch Sunset.
Yeah.
I was going to go with Dune
Sunset.
Part 2.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
I'm kidding.
All right, let's go to our highlights on Sasquatch Sunset. All right, so Rich, I'm going to start with you.
Oh man, I got to pull that up. Hold on.
That's okay. Here it comes.
I gave the acting a good score.
Rich gave 10s to the following categories: acting, trailer, visuals, and sound. 8s to story and direction, 7s to genre and subgenre.
8 to story. What story would that be? What story would that be?
They're following them. They're looking for something, obviously.
What is it? That's a good storytelling? You don't even know what it is. They're just walking around in the woods.
It's a documentary, damn it. Don't take this away from me.
Don't harsh my buzz.
Man, I mean, I'm just trying to understand. What did I miss? I don't know. Rich likes it. I'm trying to get on his level. What did I miss here with the story? That's good.
As I said, for me, there were elements of the what the Sasquatch hunters look for and things like that. There were elements of that were in the story that I liked. Okay, so I'm gonna go to my highlights and then we'll do Nate.
I have one or two.
So you have one. So I gave 8s. That's my highest score to the visuals and the sound. I gave 6s to acting and story. And then everything else is 5s, 4s, and 3s. Nate gave an 8 to the visuals.
Beautiful.
And a 7 to the sound and a 6 to direction, and everything else is 2s and 1s, except for the cast is a 4.
Yeah. Yes, because I knew Eisenberg and and Riley Keough.
And Riley.
That's
But
it.
I couldn't recognize them.
Well, I knew it was them though. They're in the.
Rich is tense.
I tell you what, the acting, anyone could have been in this movie. I could have been in this movie if they just put me in a
Looks
suit.
like he
and
was
just were
paying
like,
off
"Yo,
his stripper debts.
That's what I'm saying. He gave a 10 to acting. I'm like, how? All they do is
dug
grunt.
the way they
And,
performed.
but I could do that.
liked it.
You could do that. You could be in this movie. It doesn't take
Yeah.
effort. There's no
That's what I like
dialogue.
about
There's okay, so there was something that caught me with the acting, and it was the eyes.
Mhm.
It was the way the eyes were, like you could see when they were sad. And I mean the monkey sounds and all that I wasn't a part of, but I was like, except in bed. But well, no, but I was like with the eyes, like Jesse Eisenberg's eyes when he was in the water.
Oh, when he was
I saw that, and I saw Riley Close eyes when when let's just say something happened and water came out.
Oh yeah.
The look on her face, like, oh shit. And then with the, trying to throwing poop at the crows and but yeah, otherwise, no.
You didn't think the log scene was like a little heartbreaking? You're like, oh shit.
But
No. You know why?
I wasn't thinking about the noises that they made and stuff. It was the eyes. It was the way their eyes were behaving.
I'll tell you why and that's fair. I'll tell you why, Rich, I didn't care. Because I don't care about these there's nothing for me to latch onto with these grunting, hairy things. There's nothing for me to relate to. I can't feel bad. First of all, it's an animal to me. It's not really a person. They don't act like they look like hairy people, but they act the way an animal would act. Maybe like a monkey. They're most similar to like monkeys or like apes or whatever. Pretty much. Yeah. So there's nothing there. Okay, they're stupid. Like everything they do, if you really like break it down, like these are the dumbest Sasquatches that there ever were.
Yes.
This one wants to go hump a mountain lion. Yeah, he wants to have sex with a mountain lion because he eats drug berries. And
he wanted to fuck the knothole from a board, from a piece of wood.
He was like,
and he tore down their house trying to do it.
That, David, thanks for reminding me.
You're welcome.
About that.
Get that visual in your head for a little while.
Yeah. So
look, it's that big around.
Yeah, and then Eisenberg's like, his Sasquatch, whatever, they don't have names. He's standing on this log, and I'm like, no, I didn't. He did okay. Did he do a good job of conveying desperation? Sure, but did I feel for him? No, not at all. Why would I? It's nothing. There's nothing. There's no characterization there other than he watches the other two hump, and then now he's the only guy left. And then he tries to hump, and she's like, "No, get away!" I mean, excuse me. She goes, yeah, like, nah. Felt nothing at all.
So yeah, so Nate's out.
I'm out. This is the worst. This is the worst movie I've seen this year by far. This is worse than the Diddy. I gave a lower score to the Diddy movie because this has like production value, but if it didn't, this would have been lower.
This is the movie we should make Alex watch.
We should have made Alex watch this.
He would literally die. He would quit
YouTube. He would literally go, I'm never coming on your fucking show again.
Correct.
This is never happening again.
Wow.
I kind of want him to watch it too, though, just for that. But,
I don't want him to see it.
Yeah. I want everyone to watch this. Honestly, I want everyone to watch it.
So anyone in the chat seen this movie?
Yeah, did anyone watch it? Everyone.
Yeah,
I think
we said nobody said that they watched it, so. Hey, Tiana, it's good to see you.
Tiana just got here. Maybe she watched it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Have you seen Sasquatch Sunset, Tiana?
Have you been fortunate enough to see this?
This Oscar contending screenplay nomination.
Yeah.
Screenplay nomination.
Here's the screenplay: Walk through woods, squeeze tits,
make grunting sounds.
Yeah.
I can see, like Jesse Eisenberg's like, and the director goes, cut. Could you be a little bit more honest?
Yeah.
With your grunting. Okay. And action.
I have someone wrote on the paper.
Perfect. Print.
Eat berries, have skinny boner.
Eat berries, get skinny boner, suck a mountain lion. The end.
Oh my gosh. Anybody who's into watching nude full on nude.
You can't make me. Never seen that movie. I wouldn't.
Yeah. Well,
you miss breast milk and wieners. I'm sure she's really broken up about that. I did not watch this once Nate and I started our tab for what Rich owes us for wasting money.
These are not all my picks, man. Dave picked some of these, man.
No, we're on a tab for you, bro.
Yeah,
This was you.
yeah.
And it cost money.
I picked some, but what I picked, they don't have to pay to watch.
Tubi.
The only thing I waste is time. And you can quote me on that because Evan did. The only thing I waste is people's time.
Who out of you picked Bricklayer?
Not me.
That was my pick.
Netflix. Didn't have to rent it. Didn't have to.
But Dave bought
pay
it.
$1.
I bought it on Blu-ray.
He could buy whatever he wants.
But
I didn't as the guest.
But you know what? I'm not disappointed that I bought it.
Well, you know what? I am disappointed in the $6 I lost
The
to these guys taking dumps on the street.
I'm like, I go, bro. Next time, give him your code so he can watch it.
Like, I have Vudu, but if you had this already rented for the 30-day window, yes, you should have just gave it to me. I log in and log back out. I was actually upset at you for like at least an hour. I was like, this guy.
Yeah, no.
Can't believe he did
I can read the text back.
I wish we could put our text up there because it's funny.
Yeah, you got to do the screenshot of the text bubbles.
Yeah, it's funny.
I can make that happen. Hold on.
Anyway,
I stand by everything I said in there.
You do. And I appreciate your honesty.
Yeah, dude. I was like, I go now. I'm dreading unwatch. I hadn't watched it yet, and I was like, well, I don't want to watch this now.
When you put your screenshot of the dog watching it, I was like, oh, you're way behind. You got so much more. Because you were already like, what the hell am I watching? I was like, just wait.
I was like, what the hell am I watching? And I'm like, what the hell's my dog doing watching it?
See, I would have preferred they all died.
He kept coming back every time there was dialogue, and I use that term loosely, but every time there was like that, my dog came up and was like, what are you saying? Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm like, can you translate for me? You must know what's going on. There's no subtitles in this bitch. It was just like, boy grunting.
Yeah. Yeah, it was great.
Grunting continues.
Great. Yeah. Loved it. Sasquatch Sunset.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But
yeah.
see,
No, you missed the breast milk and wieners, but you're okay.
You don't know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, it's like a box of chocolates with this show. It's just.
And this chocolate was not a chocolate.
This was not chocolate. This was a turd.
This was a turd.
This was poo that they actually put in the box.
Yes. Literally.
When they were mad at the road, I was like, what the fuck? Like they
didn't know what it was.
They were yelling at the road and on both ends. And then they were shitting on it and
pissing on it and spraying on it,
breast milk.
Like,
and
what the hell?
Man.
I would love to see Dave's dog's top 5 at the end of the year.
This is number 1, Michael.
Yeah.
This might be number 1. There was one that a dog started barking in it, and then he just started barking, and I couldn't get him to stop barking, so I had to put him outside. I can't remember that movie, but I know we watched it in the last few weeks.
Was that thing a mountain lion or a panther?
Show.
What award show? What award show is this gonna make?
Our award show, The Faces for Geeks.
Are you gonna nominate this for something? I'm gonna nominate this for Stinker, maybe.
Yeah, you got to bring Stinker back. We didn't have it this year. You got to bring.
We had it this year. We had Stinker this year. Yeah.
I don't remember. That's a long time ago.
Yeah, we did.
I believe you. Okay, have a second category so we could all nominate this. Only
like the worst Sasquatch movie award.
Yeah. or like have the Stinker award and just give this one an award anyway for we're gonna give this one the honorary Stinker award. Lifetime achievement.
The Lifetime Achievement Award for Stinker. Stinky.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you nominated we nominated Skinamarink and
That's right. That was horrible. He said
and I nominated that damn Pinocchio one with Tom Hanks.
Rich was Flash.
Yeah. Rich was Flash.
This is worse than the Flash. This is worse than everything. I don't.
Is it worse than Skinamarink?
No. Sister Rick, you're looking at a fucking wall. You're looking at literally at this fucking wall. That's all you're doing.
Okay. On one hand, that's a fair point, and I hated Skinamarink. I did. You're looking at a wall.
Sasquatch presents Stinker of the Year.
Yes. You're looking at a wall. You're looking at a toilet. But what am I looking at here? A tree.
When I present the award for Stinker of the Year, it might be a clip of them throwing poo at something.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Skinamarink tries to have somewhat of a plot. I hate the way it's told, and I think it's horrible. There is a story being told. It's just told in a way that I don't like. Here, they're just living. They're living life, and that's not really
like
a
Truman
story.
Show, but with just
no, Rich. Don't ever compare this to the Truman Show, a movie that has dialogue and human characters.
This has
dialogue. No, it doesn't have dialogue. They just grunt.
It is. They put a camera there, and then just go.
They're fake. These are fake people. There's nothing.
I'm trying to salvage this, Nate. Okay,
stop.
Rich's top 5 favorites that are stinkers. For how bad the movie is, all three are sure love talking about it.
Evan,
well, that was the thing. This is the one that we wanted to talk about.
There's more to say about this than some of the other movies. I'll be completely honest. It's that. What's the word? Not divisive. But yeah, it's just like there's enough in there that you either like Rich liked it and whatever. I hated it. David seemed to hate it as well. But it's enough on the pendulum swinging one way to like.
Yeah, this is an extreme thing. This is like you like it or you hate it. Yes. It's not there. There's really not much in between.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's not like an okay. This movie's okay. So sorry.
I was like, visuals and sound are good, but
I'm interested to go to Letterboxd and read because you said they were
people liked it. Yeah, I'm like, what the hell?
Interested to see what they have to say.
It's interesting, and it's the scores on IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes were interesting too.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Well, critics eat this crap up.
Oh yeah, critics are eating this up.
Yeah.
I'm proud of Rich that Rich's top 5 doesn't have 20 movies already in it. Unlike last year,
like 3 or 4 movies.
Yeah,
Oppenheimer.
He's doing that
movie of all time. Number 2
greatest movie of all
list.
time. Second favorite.
It's the cinema, and it's my second favorite movie.
It brought new life to the cinema. It brought new life to the big screen. It was, but Across the Spider-Verse is my number 1.
Oh, fuck. You guys are never gonna let me forget that, are you?
No.
You sold it too hard. You sold it too hard.
When I get merch done, that is going on a shirt.
Oh,
with your picture.
Oh, you have to.
With our picture and the thing that's going on the shirt. I've got that picture. I'm keeping
Nolan reinvented cinema. It was not the best movie of the year.
It's not my favorite movie of the year.
Oh.
And then I'm like, okay, Oppenheimer's my favorite movie. But yeah, but Evan, this whole thing, how he's doing this top 5 now, is because of you. He's really buttoned down his top 5.
I have.
He really has.
You can see what I have in my.
I don't even start ranking the movies until like
I don't
December because there's too much stuff I haven't seen yet.
Best and favorite are 2 different things. I agree with that, Mike. I agree with that. Best and favorite are 2 different things.
Best is a little more objective. Usually when you're trying to describe like what's
because you're looking like, technically that thing like Shawshank Redemption is like one of the best, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just quality of film.
But like I'd be loving some real crap movies that are
but give me Big Trouble in Little China.
Or give me Clerks 2. That's one.
You can have Clerks 2. You can have
all yours, Rich. We're not gonna fight.
That's all yours, brother. All right, let's go to our final scores and put the Sasquatch Sunset to bed.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Nate, that I made you watch this.
That's okay. Send me my check. $6.
IMDb is giving this a 5.5. Rotten Tomatoes critics score 72%.
Look at the audience.
Audience score 31%. So Rich gave it a 78. I gave it a 51. Nate gave it a 33. Our total average score is 54. And notice I got your name right this time, Nate.
Rich the critic with it matching the critics.
Yeah. So and I'll tell you this. So on Rotten Tomatoes, there's like 25 audience reviews. 150 critics reviews.
Yeah.
And I've never really seen that before. Usually the audience reviews is way
It's like
higher.
thousands.
But there's like 150 critics that are like, oh, I watched it. It's the
They don't want to. They either didn't see this or they don't want to talk about it. They want to like just
or they don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Rich coming in with a 78.
And I'll tell you another thing: 33% out of 25. That's still very horrible. Like
Rich is Rotten Tomato certified.
That's him. That's Rich Tomatoes over here.
Rich Tomatoes. Rich Tomatoes. All right.
Okay.
Now we're moving on to number 3.
Oh, I think it's gonna be okay. Rich keeps saying Watchers. He must have scored that very low. I think, David, if I remember correctly, the 3 are pretty close in my scores. So for me, like there's not a lot of points. Okay, I'm gonna go with because I don't know how you feel about it. I'm gonna agree with Rich. I'll go with Watchers.
Okay. Critics is really loosely.
I agree.
Used. Yeah, no, I agree. Movie is so bad you can smell it. Well, she was smelling it.
All movie, everyone was.
The whole movie, she was smelling it. All right. Our number 3 movie this week, you guys, and it's pretty close. Our top 3 movies are all pretty close, but our number 3 movie does happen to be The Bricklayer.
What the fuck, Watchers?
I think this was my second highest out of the 3.
Well, let's talk about Aaron Eckhart for what the fuck happened to him? What happened to him?
Someone put that on the quote. That's a quote. See that if I was in the chat,
talk about Aaron Eckhart for a minute. What the fuck happened to him?
Dude, he has so much potential.
Can go on a shirt. Let's talk about Aaron Eckhart for a second.
I mean, he keeps doing these string of movies. You're like, does he owe back taxes? Does he like? I don't understand.
Well, it kind of reminds probably reminds Nicolas Cage what he was doing because he was going bankrupt and bought the dinosaur bones and all that. So he was just churning out movies. And I think Aaron Eckhart's kind of he's churning out these B or C minus action thrillers like Liam Neeson is. Like it.
Well, his last movie was in the theater and it was good. Did you guys see it? The Saints and Sinners, in the Land of Saints and Sinners?
I haven't seen that one.
It's good.
I haven't seen that one.
It's legit. But anyway,
you're
right. I agree with you.
I did like Memory. I liked Memory with Liam Neeson. I like that one. I thought that was all right.
Old guy action thrillers.
Old guy action thriller. And that's what this is. It's an old guy action thriller. So let me pull this up. I'm going to read the synopsis on it. It says, an ex-CIA agent is reactivated when an extortionist targets the agency. So you got Aaron Eckhart, who is the bricklayer. And when it says on there that it's from the producers or like there was some connection to the Beekeeper, I was like, okay, if Liam Neeson did the Beekeeper, then I would connect these two. But you got Aaron Eckhart, who I like, but yeah, he's doing these B movies now. And then you got Nina Dobrev, who's beautiful, but she can't act the weight of a
CW actress.
You could tell. Oh,
she's horrible.
Yeah.
She's got the acting chops of a wet napkin.
You could put a wig on me, and I'm a better actress.
You might you might have bigger tits too.
Yeah, she's good looking, but you're right.
I got some cleavage. I got bigger. I put a wig on me. I got bigger tits than she does. I can make that happen.
Push them together. You never know.
Push them together. Yeah. And I can, but
they and this was directed by Renny Harlin. Like when I saw the credits, I'm like, wait a second, Renny Harlin. Now I know he just did The Strangers, which was horrible, but
he got burned up by the Joker. Half his face was burned off, and his career never bounced back. Eckhart is so freaking good in Bleed for this.
He was good in that.
That's the
boxing
Miles Teller one, the boxing one.
Yeah, Vinny Penzienza.
Yeah. Can we talk about Aaron Eckhart? What the fuck happened to that guy?
I had to put it in there.
Thanks, Nate. Appreciate you.
Just to be sure.
I can get a screenshot of that. Eckhart has never had a great career. He would have hit and always followed by a movie that sucked.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know if I don't know if I 100% agree with that.
I don't think I 100% agree with that.
because he was great in Thank You for Smoking. And if you're talking about like critically, he was in some really good movies.
So if you guys have seen The Bricklayer, please let us know in the chat. Because it sounds like Evan, you've seen it. So Bricklayer was another waste of time. I watched for free on my own choice, but I'm still adding to Rich's tab.
No, I just to Nate's. Or I mean, David,
you can add it to my tab, but it was free. So all I wasted was time, and I did not recommend it to you because you weren't on the show.
I watched this on Rich's Netflix, so shout out to Rich for that. Thank you so much.
Loophole achieved.
Rennie Harlan, who is like an action 80s and 90s cliffhanger, Die Hard 2, Long Kiss Goodnight. He's done good action films. Yeah, and this was and I see a lot of action movies. David, special plug to David. He's coming back. He's gonna be on the Action Movie Guys podcast a bunch of times.
Oh, I heard
a bunch of times.
But he's gonna be back next week.
Making it rain on the Action Movie Guys podcast.
He's gonna be back next week. So he knows. Me and Alex, we watch a lot of action. It's like that's the genre I watch most of because of the podcast and just in general. Like I just like action films. So I do watch them with the lens of I can't help it. Like I'm even thinking of like our show when I'm watching it. And this, I would just describe this like very, very average, generic. Those are the words that come to mind. Yeah, I wouldn't say horrible, but like this is like just basic action movie thriller.
All the way, Mike is here for the ball busting.
All right,
great job, Mike. Appreciate it.
Yeah, just very average, and like some of the action was pretty good. Some of the acting was pretty good, and some of the action was pretty bad, and some of the acting was pretty bad. So it's like it was very down the middle, like okay,
was this even in theaters?
No. This was a straight to video, and then it went to Netflix as well.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like I hated this a lot less than some of the other movies. I didn't hate it. I wouldn't say I hated this movie. I just thought it was okay. It was okay.
Yeah,
dad movie. This is a dad movie all the way.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
As a dad and grandpa, I enjoyed this. I liked it. I didn't love it. It was okay. Yeah. I agree with Nate. It was okay. I thought this was 20 minutes too long.
Yes.
Because it's an hour and 50 minutes, and they really kind of running out of story.
Yeah.
I did like. I liked
going and going. You're like,
make a point, come to a conclusion. Because Nina Dobrev was forgettable, except she's beautiful, but she can't act. I thought Aaron Eckhart did a decent job acting. I thought Clifton Collins was the best actor of the bunch.
He's the bad guy, right?
He's the bad guy. I loved him in this movie. I haven't seen him in a while in a movie, so it was great to see him, especially as the antagonist here.
He's good in everything all the time.
He just looks like a serial killer.
He's a great character actor.
I was liking this like the first half of the movie. I was liking it, and then I was starting to get bored. Almost to the point to where I'm like, I'm not even sure how it ended. I was just kind of like, okay, good, it's over. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed some of the action. I enjoyed some of the scenes. I enjoyed some of the comedy, the levity that was in there. There was a couple of parts that was pretty funny that I liked. But I wouldn't put this on par with Beekeeper or any of those other movies.
No.
This is at best a B level, maybe a B minus. But I still think it was okay. It's an okay watch. If you've got Netflix, this is not a bad watch.
I would honestly say The Beekeeper is like the best possible outcome for a B movie.
Yes,
and this is like a C movie. Like it's like a wannabe beekeeper in the genre, at least. But yeah, and Aaron Eckhart does the voice. He talks all his lines like this.
Yeah, I'm an ex-CIA agent. I'm gonna kill everybody.
Why? The guy's like, why
I'm
do
the
you
bricklayer.
He says,
I know how to lay bricks.
I know what bricks do.
And then hide behind him when somebody shoots at me.
I'm pretty sure that was actual dialogue. The guy's like, why did you become a bricklayer? He goes, I know what bricks do. I know what bricks do. They have flat surfaces. And I'm gonna kill people with a trowel.
But I think you guys have better infliction in your acting than he did.
Maybe. He's just literally the movie opens with him literally like laying bricks. And I'm
like,
what?
literally, like, because he
going on?
shows up, I'm the bricklayer, and I'm like, oh shit, he's like gonna assassinate somebody. No, he's just gonna build a brick wall.
Just fixing that little wall.
He's like doing the thing, and then I was like, oh, okay, so he's actually a bricklayer.
He showed up and he was like, "It's me, Joe."
That was the only parallel to the beekeeper, because Jason Statham actually took care of bees.
Yes. Oh, Jay, good point. This is the I Frankenstein voice. Have you guys seen I Frankenstein with Aaron Eckhart? He does the same exact voice he does in that movie.
Yes. Frankenstein.
I've been stitched together.
But he does that.
Many men.
What was that one we watched with the Hobag?
When he's the street fighter,
where he's the fighter, he's the underground fighter. And it was Bella Thorne was in it, and I was like, I could get an STD just watching this movie, because I was like, but again, I liked it. But he was talking the same way, and he's doing that the whole time. Liam Neeson's got the same thing. Yeah, I've got a particular set of skills. He's got that same voice.
You guys gotta watch his new one. It's out on Blu-ray. You guys,
I recommend it for this show.
I recommend it for this show.
Put it in the group chat, in our group text message.
In the Land of Saints Sinners, Kerry Condon is in it. And the kid who played Joffrey from Game of Thrones, he's now grown up. He's in it.
Oh, shit.
Liam Neeson. It's actually good. Good story, good movie. I think you guys will enjoy it.
Desmond Eastwood was in it?
Maybe. Colin something.
Connor McNeil. Connor McNeil, maybe. Seamus O'Hara.
Yeah, it's in Ireland. Like it's in the out. So he gets to use his regular accent, which is refreshing. Right. He doesn't have to try to do American. Kerry Condon gets to use her regular accent. I like Kerry
Condon. She's good.
She's the villain of the movie. Yeah. So anyway, I don't want to sidetrack too much, but I think you guys should like.
It's available for rent right now on Prime.
I would think you guys. Should watch
so let's wait till it hits streaming, but.
Yeah, I'll put it in there because we got July done. I'm working on August. I'll probably put it.
It won't be that much of a new release anymore, but I still would like to hear you guys your take on it. I enjoyed it a lot. I saw it in an empty theater. There was no one else there when I went. So like I don't know a lot of people who watched it, but I liked it. Anyway, this movie, Bricklayer, average. Very average.
Yeah, it was. I agree. I think it. I overpaid for the Blu-ray considering I paid $15.
Yeah,
I overpaid for the Blu-ray.
$7 too much.
Okay, so it says that in the Land of Saints and Sinners, the DVD release was May 28th.
Correct.
So it should be already out to physical right now.
It's on Blu-ray. Yeah, I want to get the Blu-ray, but it's like $22. I'm waiting for it to come down. But I liked it. I did like it. I just don't want to pay $22.
Yeah, I'll look for that. The Beekeeper, the Bricklayer. What's next? The Burger Flipper.
Yes.
No, it's got to be a trade. It's got to be a trade craft. So it's going to be the plumber. There's going to be the plumber,
pipe layer,
the pipe layer. I'm the pipe layer. That's a porno.
I'm here to lay pipe and kill you. Also.
I'm here for Sasquatch Sunset 2. 10 to 10.
Yeah, you see, this was to Evan, dedicated to you, my friend. This is Sasquatch Sunset. We spent so much time because at least this movie, like I can't even. There's not a lot to say.
There's not a lot to say. It's average. It's okay. Yeah. There wasn't anything that really stood out. Yeah. It's just it was okay.
This belongs on Netflix.
Yeah.
20 minutes too long, David. I agree with you. An hour and a half would have been.
Hour and a half would have been fine. I think it would have been better if it was an hour and a half.
Because you get an ending and then it keeps you're like, oh, it's still
going. But then it keeps going. Yeah, the ending kind of it's like it, like when you step in a pile of dog shit and then it just drags. You just drag your foot trying to wipe it off. That's what it was like. It was like, bam, here's the end. And then you step in it and then you just drag your foot.
It's the accurate description. I can't even really argue with it.
That's what the ending was like. I was like, be over already. Where are the credits? What the hell?
I think like as far as the story goes, like there's a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense to me, or that I feel like they didn't explain enough. Like his relationship with the tall lady. Well, she was in Baywatch, that lady. I forget her. Ilfinish, whatever her name is.
She was in Baywatch, and then she did that series Deception with the magician doing the And I can never pronounce her name right, but I like her.
Ilfinish, whatever. I like her too. Gorgeous, and she's a solid actress. And there's like a backstory to them. But it's so like light. They don't really go into it.
They don't really do it. Yeah.
So then when something happens later, When something happens later, it doesn't have the same. It doesn't hit because it's like, well, I don't know really the backstory too much. So
yeah, I would have liked to see more of Aaron Eckhart, whatever the fuck his name is, character,
the dude,
and the dude, and the bricklayer.
Liam Neeson is the plumber,
drunk,
and the killer, and the guy was. I wanted to see.
Yeah, they were like best friends.
Yeah, and he's got little bits of that, and I wanted more.
Yeah,
I'll be honest. I thought that was not spoilers. I promise. In the photos and stuff, I thought that was Aaron Eckhart's family.
I did too.
And I was like, it's not. But the storytelling, like the way it's told, is weird. By the time you find out, it's like, oh wait a second.
Shit.
Oh, whoops. I've been thinking the wrong thing this whole time. So weird.
Yeah.
It was okay.
I will never see it again.
No.
All right.
But I don't feel like I wasted my life.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. I don't think it was a waste of time. It was a waste of Evan's time, apparently, but I didn't think it was a waste of time. I enjoyed it, but I would have been, if it was under 10, I would have been happier buying the Blu-ray. That's where I think I overpaid for the Blu-ray, because I bought it early and I paid 15. But I still liked it. Yeah, decent action, good, good plot line, decent acting.
Yeah,
it was okay. You've
seen this movie before.
About
100 times.
I've seen this. Yeah, with 100 other people. And it's
probably been done about.
The plot story is pretty good. Yeah, the one standout for me is Clifton Collins. Yeah, I really thought he stood out for me as the bad guy, but even still, he didn't have enough of a role to. I love the phone conversation with the two of them. That was my favorite scene when they're talking on the phone. He's like, "Hey, I heard you're in town. So good to see you." And then all the other dudes go after him, and he's like, "Oh shit!" But that was my favorite. Yeah,
filming
good locations.
Nice.
I like the way they filmed it. Good locations, nice drone footage when they went overhead.
Renny Harlin is getting to become a hack, but he still has a decent enough eye where he's competent. Like, he knows how to shoot a movie. The problem with Renny Harlin at this stage is he doesn't get great scripts anymore. So I feel like if someone like just wrote a really good action movie script, I think he could shoot it well. It's just that he doesn't. So, I would love to see like a resurgence of like just a good action movie and Renny Harlin attached and see what he could do, because there's flashes of like what he used to be, but not a complete picture.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. There's a movie, I saw a trailer for it, and it was Wolves with Brad Pitt and George Clooney.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, because I was watching Bricklayer, and I thought about that trailer, and I went, what if it was Liam Neeson and Aaron Eckhart as wolves? It wouldn't go over well. But I'm watching George Clooney and Brad Pitt and how they play off each other in the trailer, and I want to go see that movie. I don't even care what it's about.
Yeah, and that's directed by what's his face? John Watts. He did the Spider-Man, the live action Spider-Man movies, and Cop Car, which is a good movie with Kevin Bacon. I'm looking forward to that one. That one looks good.
Me too.
That one looks good. I can't wait to watch that. All right, let's go to our highlights. Rich, I'm going to start with you. You gave an 8 to the cast and 8 to the genre, and then we have a 7 for story, and then basically 7 for subgenre. Sorry, and then 5s everywhere else. I have an 8 for cast. And then I have 7s for visuals and genre. And then 6s for trailer, sound, and subgenre. Nate has an 8 for cast as well. So we pretty much, I think we recognized everybody that we could recognize.
Yes.
And then you have a 6 for acting, and then basically 5s and 4s across the board.
Yeah. Would have got a higher acting score if Nina Dobrev was better. I would have bumped it up.
If Nina Dobrev would have not talked in the movie, if she'd have been, I would have given that an 8 for acting probably. Yeah. Because if she just like pretend to be deaf or something and maybe did some sign language, and still looked the way she does, but she was like, man, the
I'm
look.
I was just like, as that role.
I'm not buying her. It's like there's a movie called Alone in the Dark with Christian Slater. And in that movie, Tara Reid is a an archaeologist or an anthropologist or something. And I'm like,
Denise
I'm
Richards was
not
the
buying
nuclear
this.
scientist in Bond. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not buying this. And and then she goes Newfoundland. I was just like, I'm out. I was so looking forward to that movie. But anyway, let's go to our final scores on the Bricklayer. You guys coming in third place. Boop. IMDb is giving this a 5.1. Rotten Tomatoes critics score 48%. Audience score 27%. Rich and I both gave it a 60. Nate gave it a 51 for a total average score of 57. See, when we're all closer together, then it gets a higher average score.
Yeah.
And you guys have been bitching long enough, so I'm going to put you to rest. Our number 2 movie this week, surprisingly enough, is The Watchers.
This movie is a piece of shit.
I kept picking it, but I don't agree with this. I don't think it's whatever.
It does not deserve number 2.
I'm just gonna say, Nate, this was your highest score.
Yes, this was my highest score.
This was your highest score,
but it was my highest score.
It was your highest score, and it was my highest score as well.
So it was Rich that did this.
And I'm like, I was like, oh, was it my highest score? No, I'm sorry. I gave our number 1 movie a higher score.
Oh, okay.
But not by much. It was actually pretty close. And I didn't at first until I got through that our last movie that we're going to talk about. But has anybody seen The Watchers? In the chat, if you've gone to the theater to watch this, or if you're looking forward to it, we'll try not to spoil it for you if you're looking forward to seeing it.
Did this movie remind you of the trailer for that new Halle Berry movie where they have to be in like at a certain time? Wasn't it in the new Halle Berry trailer?
So it's funny you say that. I'm not trying to do shameless plugs, but I reviewed this movie. My review's on YouTube. So most of you guys in the chat, from what I know, you guys are ready. I reviewed this when it came out. And one thing I said in that review was, this reminded me of so many other movies. And that one you're talking about, Rich, reminded me of that Nicolas Cage movie that just came out recently. I think it was Arcadian or something.
That Arcadian?
Like that. Yeah, it's the same, similar, and that Halle Berry one looks like that movie. And this looked like both of those. So yes, I agree with you.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't like this movie. I thought Dakota Fanning looked bored as fuck in this movie. I don't know. I didn't like the old lady. I wanted everyone to die. I really did.
Even the other girl? I like the other girl. The black girl.
Oh, I did. You're right. I did like.
I liked her.
Yes.
This movie was just so it was boring. It was boring. I think I gave it a 4 out of 10. Like, my scoring like 4 out of 10. So I didn't like it. But with your guys' system, like there are some things I do think it looks very good. I think it's very well shot, and especially especially for a first-time filmmaker. I mean, it doesn't matter who her dad is or anything. This is her first film, and it looks very good. It's well shot. Great location. They did on location stuff, which I liked a lot. I like it when it looks. I like when it looks like they are where they're supposed to be. So I think all of that is good. On a technical level, there's things to like. The problem here is the script is not good, and I agree with Dakota Fanning. I like her. I like her in general.
I do too.
But I didn't like her in this role. I think everyone else brought it pretty well, but I don't think she really was. She didn't seem into it. Maybe that was her trying to play that role of with her kind of tragedy she has in her past. But I don't know. I didn't love it. But I didn't like the ultimate ending of like the reveal. I hated it. I was like, it's that. And the problem with a movie like this is a movie like this hinges on the reveal. When you have this mysterious thing and you don't know what it is, finding out makes or breaks a lot of these kind of movies. And to me, it breaks this movie. Like it does not make it. So that's kind of all I'll say. I didn't think it was that great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the special effects when they showed the
things.
You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of I Am Legend. Did you get that vibe when they get the big mouth?
Why do they always do that? Where they scream and their mouth turns like.
Yeah, I didn't understand. I didn't like
that. That's supposed to be scary, I guess. I got I got Signs vibes. I don't know why. Maybe it's the M. Night Shyamalan thing.
Yeah.
But I got Signs vibes when you
Village.
saw when they looked.
Yes.
Yeah. Signs in the Village.
Signs in the Village. Yeah. So I'm going to read the synopsis. As a young artist gets stranded on an extensive, immaculate forest in Western Ireland, where after finding shelter, she becomes trapped alongside 3 strangers, stalked by a mysterious creature at night. So, okay. I like this. I didn't love it, but there were things I liked about it, and mostly the technical stuff. Like Nate, you were saying, I liked the visuals on this. I liked the how they drew the suspense out. But when the reveal came, it crashed, and I was like, it's like watching a souffle just sink. Mm-hmm. You're like, oh, it's going great, everything's cooking, blah, and you're like, damn. I'm doing food references because I haven't had dinner yet, but you know, or you're and I'm another one, I'm making hollandaise sauce and the hollandaise sauce breaks. And I'm like, shit. But I've come to expect that with the Shyamalan name. There's just too many of these movies. The reveal has just killed the movie. Like The Happening and The Village and things like that, to where I'm just like, shit, I really wanted this to be better.
Both of them do a good job on that Apple TV Plus show called The Servant.
Yeah.
And I think
I haven't seen that yet.
I haven't seen it.
That's a very good show.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I say when you said about the Shyamalan people.
Yeah.
I think she has a good future as a director.
I think she does too.
I think she does too. But I mean, I do feel that I felt like her dad's hand in this, even though he
100%. Yeah.
I felt his hand in this. I'd like to see her actually do something on her own and see, but I like her eye
I wish she picked a different genre.
With the camera and the visuals, I like her eye. But yeah, pick a different genre. Give me a romantic comedy.
Or a straight drama.
With her or a straight drama. Give me, because I think she could still throw a little bit of element of suspense in there. Yeah. And
do you think she should change her name?
No.
Be
proud of that name. That's your name.
No, be proud of be a Shyamalan. I don't think so, but I think if her dad's name is on it, then there's a problem. But if it's just her name, I think she'll be okay.
You're right there.
Yeah, and they did put him as producer.
Yeah,
I wish they didn't.
Yeah.
But you know, they got to sell tickets, and they didn't.
They got to sell tickets.
They were trying.
Look at the thing is, you know, it says Ishana Night Shyamalan at the top, and then M. Night Shyamalan, and I'm like, man, I didn't know that this was a Shyamalan movie coming into it. I actually didn't watch the trailers until after I saw the movie. Because I was like, I just saw the poster and I was like, I want to see this. I like Dakota Fanning. I haven't seen her do anything really, really scary. And I kind of wanted this. I kind of wanted it to be more alien like. I wanted like alien experiments and stuff. It didn't go the direction that I wanted it to. And that was a letdown at the end. But I think the meat of it, the middle of the movie is good. I thought it was actually good.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's good things in there. Like I said, I think she's going to be a good director. Maybe not a writer. Maybe let someone else write for you.
Yeah.
And
no, it was predictable. It just.
But there's a lot of striking. That set is striking. Enough that they put it on all the posters, and I think it looks cool. Like just a freaking room in the middle of the woods with a big glass window with a two-way mirror. Like it looks cool. Like that is a cool. Much better than the Halle Berry movie or the Nicolas Cage where they're in a dilapidated house. Yeah. That is something interesting and neat. Yeah. And to your point, like I was fairly into it for like half. I was into it until the reveal. Honestly, after that and the ending, I did not like the ending. I was like, this is not.
That was weak.
Yeah, it was weak to me.
Yeah.
And then they try to go the route of the touching sort of, sisterly thing and becoming and I get it, that's kind of the point of the movie, the whole mirror. There's a lot of mirror references in this movie and I get it, but this is based on a novel. I think maybe it worked better in a book.
You're okay, we're all okay. It's like okay.
So disappointing.
Jane Doe, mother of Jeff Good evening. I'm so
you're
glad to
doing
see you. We got 2 more movies to talk about, so it's good to see you. Yeah, Jade saying hello. Yeah. So let's go again in this, like, unlike Sasquatch, this is all we really need to talk about because we covered all the topics. There's not really, there's not really a lot that stands out here except the shots. I love the camera work here. This is probably my favorite part of this. But yeah, and I like the one girl.
Yeah.
I forgot about her.
She was in Barbarian.
Yes.
Barbarian.
Yeah.
Georgina
fantastic film.
Chapman or something like that. Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. Georgina Campbell. Georgina Campbell.
Yeah.
But with as far as Dakota Fanning goes, I didn't really like what she was doing, but she was like she was behaving like a sociopath, and I was wondering if that's where she was going with it. Like she was like totally unemotional, or she was suppressing her emotions. But it seemed like she had no problem like throwing people under the bus.
I'll tell you one thing I did like in regards to the Watchers that I liked. The scene where she goes in the hole and she's going to get the bike. She goes in the hole and the guy lowers her down the hole. And it's like in the shadows and you kind of see the hand come out and it looks like a human hand, but also not. It's kind of uncanny because it has like an extra finger or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, that's creepy. That is creepy.
And it was getting singed by the sun, by the light. It was all
like,
okay, and I was,
what the heck is that thing? And then ultimately,
and then the reveal, you're like, oh.
And then when they tell you what they are, then it's really like, oh hell, what is going on here?
Yeah.
I don't know about this. Plus, I feel like it breaks its own rules. Like the movie breaks its own rules in regards to the Watchers, what they can and can't do, where they can and can't go. Ultimately, by the end, it does not follow its own rules.
And she's the only one that can.
That's what I'm saying. Like it doesn't follow the rules.
Right.
Like how did that work?
She was like a hybrid.
Yeah.
Not like the one.
You're right, but there's probably other ones. There's probably other ones. There's only one.
They made the point of talking about it.
Yeah, exactly.
But it was like, oh, now that there was a whole thing about the wings, and I don't want to go too much deeper into that. If you guys want to see it, there's a whole thing about the wings that didn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I agree. There's a lot of stuff that didn't make sense to me.
And I'm gonna bring Onward into play here. So when Onward, the fairies in Onward, their wings don't work.
Yeah.
Until all of a sudden, when they're faced with death, all of a sudden their wings work.
Yeah.
There was something similar here that didn't make sense.
Yeah.
But let's go to our highlights on it. And Nate, I'm gonna start with you this time.
Ooh,
you got a bunch of 7s in the area. So 7s for acting, trailer, visuals, direction, and sound, and then 6s for cast, genre, and subgenre. Rich, I'm having trouble finding a highlight. But you gave a 6 to visuals, a 7 to trailer, 6 to visuals, 6 to subgenre. Everything else is 5s and 4s. I gave an 8 to the acting, because I did appreciate what Dakota Fanning was trying to do. And then I did like the one girl. I gave 7s to the trailer and visual and sound, and then 6s to ending, direction, genre, and subgenre.
Fair enough. I can't believe that this has a lower score from Rich than Sasquatch Sunset. I just can't believe it. This has a plot. This has a story.
It's a shitty story.
A
story.
It exists.
Are you guys excited to see Trap?
Yes.
I am excited to see Trap. That looks interesting.
Yeah.
I'm still on the Shyamalan team. I never left.
I am too.
I like his movies. Not every single one.
I like it. I like his movies. Some of the endings are a letdown, but I'm not.
I liked
Old
Cabin.
I like Knock at the Cabin. I like that.
Yeah.
Knock at the Cabin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. I like that one.
I like that one. I liked Old.
The Visit. I like The Visit.
Oh, The Visit's great. I thought that's creepy, dude.
Not Unbreakable. What's the other ones? Glass. I like his movies. I just don't like After Earth and The Happening and
After Earth so bad.
And The Lady in the Water. I don't like those 4. I like pretty much all the rest.
I did not like The Village. Is probably my least favorite. I did not like The Village.
I agree with you on that, Dave.
And then after, I didn't like Lady in the Water.
Weird.
I didn't like that.
I didn't care for Lady in the Water. I didn't care for. I mean,
After Earth.
I didn't care.
Airbender?
The happening really made me mad. I liked the happening until the reveal, and then I hated it.
See, it all depends on that reveal. It could make or break movies.
Yep. All right. Speaking of making or breaking, let's take a look at our final results of The Watchers coming in second place, you guys. It's not that pretty, but it is in second place. IMDb is giving this a 5.8. Rotten Tomatoes critic score 32%. Audience score 52%. Rich nails the audience score, gives it a 52. I gave it a 65. Nate gave it a 58. Total average score 58.33.
I gave it the average.
You gave it the average. You're right.
Yeah.
Right there.
It's okay. Another one that's like not good. Not good.
Not good. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I had to buy my wife's ticket for it. But I had to get the Regal Unlimited. I was okay with because it was free. So
okay,
I dig that.
I'm going to ask you guys your opinion here before we get to our number one movie.
Yeah,
I have to still pay for. I have to buy my movies now.
Yeah.
But I think I still got like 12 passes left for free movies. But I keep looking at Movie Pass because we don't have a Regal. We don't have a
AMC.
You don't have an AMC or anything?
Cinemark?
Nope.
Damn.
No.
Where do you live? Do you live in where they filmed this movie?
In Sasquatch.
Oh, that's why you liked it, because it was outside.
Dude, he lives in. I thought he lived in like a city in Iowa.
No,
I live in the country. I live in the woods. National. I got Sequoia National Park right behind me.
And you got a Regal.
I got a Regal. I mean, it's 45-minute drive, but I got a Regal card.
Movie theater. We have a CEC movie theater chain.
I don't know what that is.
In Minnesota, Iowa, Illinois.
Oh, okay.
That's the big one. But then
how far is the AMC from your house?
Almost.
I know you have one.
I was gonna say it's 2 hour drive, right?
2 hours. Almost 2 hours.
And how far is the Regal?
I have no idea. I don't think there is one. Maybe in Des Moines, and that's like 3.
Damn. Yeah. Nah. Then I would just get them. Honestly, if I was in your scenario, Movie Pass might be the way to go because you have only like a local small chain. I would say if there's anything within 45 minutes, I would get one of the big chains ones because they're really
Movie
good.
Pass worked great for me, but I only watch 1 or 2 movies a month. So Rich doesn't. Rich watches a lot of movies. So
we have a limit.
But I mean,
right. But see, I thought about being choosy which ones I see at that theater with the Movie Pass, and then going to the local mom and pop for like the non-big, like.
You could always get the Movie Pass, hit your limit, and then everything else go to the cheaper theater.
Yeah, I don't know. I just keep looking at. They have like the $10 and the $20 a month one. I don't know yet. I was just thinking what you guys thought.
Yeah. Now mine for Regal, it's $18.99 for
per month
for my Regal Unlimited account because I only have one theater that's close by. That's good. And but I watch easily 4 to 6 movies a month, so it totally makes up for it.
Yeah, I see between 8 and 10 typically. So, but Regal's like right next to my house.
No Regal in Des Moines.
Yeah, I could walk. It's too hot in Florida to walk, but if it was cool out, I could walk to the theater. It's really close. Well, then, Rich, I say go for it. Movie Pass, try it out. You can cancel. It's not like a long term. It's not like you're locked in for life. You could always just try it and see how it works.
I don't know. I keep tossing it around just to save a few bucks.
Yeah.
Because we got a lot of movies coming up that are going to be in the theater.
You know where Ames, Iowa is?
Yeah, that's north of Des Moines.
Okay, that's got a Regal. And then Nevada, Iowa has a Regal.
It's on Google Maps.
I'm Google mapping that shit for my bro. And then Story City. Area. So I don't know about Story City. Do you know where that's at?
No.
Now,
I live in Mount Pleasant, Burlington, Iowa. Area.
Why don't you move from there to a place where there's people?
Because of my kids.
Okay. So it's a family thing. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell their mother to also move to somewhere else?
His kids are out of high school, then he's moving to California.
Yeah. I don't know. California's expensive, bro.
He doesn't want to live by me though, but he's
hey, Rich, come to Florida.
You got bears, you got fucking
I got rattlesnakes and tarantulas, and
you got Governor Newsom. You got
he's worse than any bear, bro. I'd rather have bears than
we don't have state income tax here. You get your, they don't take out state taxes. We don't pay that.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that
Jay
is.
says Movie Pass is your best option.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Jay.
Yeah.
Ames is 35 minutes for me, not worth the trip for a movie. That's Jay.
Yeah.
Other Iowa guy.
I mean, that's
Iowa guys.
That's why I was kind of looking to Jay. Move to Fontana.
Nah, you don't want to go out there. No, you don't want to go out there.
That's like Montana's illegitimate sister.
Come on, you don't want to live by Robert.
You don't want to live by Rob.
No way.
Rob seems fun, man. I love
Rob's the best.
Rob's
is
cool.
the best.
Yeah, Rob's cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. And he's in California too. So I mean, one of these days we're gonna have a meetup.
When I go back out there, we're definitely gonna meet up again.
Oh yeah, if you go to Universal here in California for any reason,
we're gonna do a Universal meetup.
We're gonna do a Universal meetup.
You, Harrison, Rob, whoever else is out there.
Evan, maybe Evan can make it.
He doesn't love me enough. When I was there last time, he said it's too far. It's 3 hours. It's too far.
My wife was like, I want to go to Universal again, and I was like, okay. I said I got a friend, who might be going to Universal, and we can do that, and then we can do this whole thing.
Because might be able to get in for free. That's some of us. I can't get everybody in, but
are you still coming to PA in September?
Yes, I am. I am going to be in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania on the 27th through the 30th of September. This is for the Warrens Paracon.
That's cool.
That's a paranormal conference. I'm coming there as part of Spirits with Spirits and the Scare Network TV. We got a booth there. We're going to do a live stream that Saturday night from the convention and have people in, do interviews about their paranormal experiences and UFO sightings and all that crap. So it's going to be fun.
And
cool.
I'm moving to California and becoming Rob's roommate.
I put it.
That would be great
that weekend. So I'm going to come out for a day.
I'm out here too. Yeah, Mike's in California too. Because he and I trained together in pro wrestling. So
Nate, it's 7 hours with no traffic, and I don't want to hear it. I flew thousands of miles across the country. Evan, you're supposed to be my friend. You could have done it. You hate me.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear about your hours.
We will absolutely come down. My wife and I, maybe not the dog, but my wife and I will show up.
I met Harrison. He showed up.
I'll get a sitter for the dog. Harrison will do it. We'll try to get Huck. I think we get Huck to do it.
Huck. I think Mike. Mega Mike is.
Mega Mike's by me. Yeah, Mega Mike's by me.
But Evan hates me, so he's like 7 hours.
Evan hates everybody.
I know. I like him, and he's mean. I don't understand. He's fake Disney fan. Don't bring up Disney. Not real. All right, let's talk about that movie. The one that Evan recommended, apparently.
The one that Evan recommended, and that's our number one tonight. But before we do that, I have to get the fine print out of the way. So I'll tell you that we are sponsored by Spotify for podcasting. They take the audio portion of our live stream, they sponsor us, and they put us out on other podcast sites like Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Pocket Cast, Castbox, Radio Public, and Google Podcasts. They do it all for free. They give us more sponsors. We have 28 followers on Spotify right now. So if you guys get a chance, give us a follow on Spotify, and you can listen to us on your favorite podcast network. I also have to acknowledge Dubby Energy Drinks. They're our new sponsor. Where is it? There it is. Dubby Energy Drinks is sponsoring us. So if you go to dubby.gg and if you order their energy drinks, which they're supposed to be pretty good, I'm trying to save enough money to where I can get some myself. You get 10% off your order if you use the code FACES4Radio. Okay, all that's done. Great job, you guys. Thank you so much for being on the show. I want to thank everybody for being in the chat with us.
Yeah, we really appreciate it.
Come to Des Moines. I'll do some barbecue for you.
Jay, we're going to be
I've had Jay's wings. I've had Jay's wings before. In New York, when we went to Comic-Con, he made some wings. They were pretty good. Yes.
Well, just like I'm not a true Disney fan, I'm not a true friend.
Yes. I agree.
Come on down, Jay.
I still like you, Evan, but less now because of that.
Yep. All right, let's go to our number one movie this week. And what do you have to say about that, Grant?
Fucking incredible.
That's right. Our number one movie you got.
Nate's reaction.
It's Little Wing.
I liked this movie. I'm going to put it out there. I like this movie.
It's on Paramount Plus right now if you guys want to watch it.
Did anyone see this movie in the
Did
chat?
anyone see Little Wing?
Little Wing. I never even heard of this before I signed up to be on this show. I don't even know what this is. So I was like, is this about like, what is this, chicken wings? And I looked up the trailer and I was like, oh, that's why I thought Rich picked it when I watched the trailer. I was
Tell
like,
them
oh,
why
Rich.
you think I picked this movie.
Well, Rich, at this point, I try to show up to your guys' show every Wednesday and participate in the chat. Sometimes I'm working, so sometimes it's tough. But when I'm not, I jump in there. And in my experience, you tend to not only choose but like movies based on puberty-aged young women. That sounds
so bad.
weird, but the proof is in the pudding. Every time there's one of these movies, you say you like it and you give it a high score. So I figured when I watched this trailer, I was like, "Did Rich pick this movie? I know it, and it's a streaming movie." So I was like, "Rich chose it," and then they said, "No. Evan recommended this to us," and so that took me out of left field a little bit. So yeah, I thought you picked it, and sure enough, without even watching it, without knowing, halfway through the movie, there's a period scene, and I said, "Just freaking, you got to be kidding me! This is Rich."
Are you there, God? It's me.
Are you there, God? It's me, Rich.
Are you there, God? It's me, Rich.
You can't make this up. You can't make this up. Like, this is Rich. This is a Rich movie. And then just now we start talking. He says, "I liked it." I'm like, "Of course you did. Of course you did." But I don't understand why. I don't know how you relate to this so much. I know you have daughters. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's because you have daughters.
He's had teenage daughters.
Yeah, maybe
he's got one that's coming into the teenage years.
Because other than that, I don't know.
I think
not relatable.
He's
Never
probably been through the period talks and stuff like that.
Period talk, yeah.
It's got to be it.
I mean, I only have one daughter, but I had to do the period talk, and I'm like, why am I doing this? I go to my wife, why am I doing this talk? I have no idea what this is about. I don't understand. And she goes, I don't care. I don't want to talk about it. You do it. And I'm like, how? How do I do this? I am not equipped for period talks. She's showing me all this stuff, and I'm like, I have no idea what this is. What am I supposed to do? And she goes, I don't know what panty liners are. And I go, they line your panties. I don't know.
I just picture Rich going in with like a diagram.
Is that why it is called Little Wing? No.
Here's what's gonna happen.
No.
Oh, I see what he did there. No, it's not those kind of wings. It's not those kind of wings.
Always with wings. No.
Yeah.
I'm Draculina Horror. It's so good to see you, dear.
Thank you for being here.
I appreciate you coming in. We're doing good. We're on our last movie. And it is our number one movie this week. Yeah. So we're talking about Little Wing.
It's our number one, but it's not my number one. This is not my number one. I think this was my number two, though. Or three. This was
your number two. This was your number two.
Yeah,
this was your number two. I think this ended up being my number one. And I tell you this, the beginning of this movie, I did not like it. I was like, okay, so you have a budding sociopath and her functional mute brother, and then you have her Urkel boyfriend, and they go to steal a fucking pigeon from Brian Cox of all people, who can have you killed. I'm going to read the synopsis. I mean, that was probably good, but it says a 13-year-old girl is dragged into the world of pigeon racing as she deals with her parents' divorce and impending loss of her home. So, dude,
this was as far-fetched as The Watchers. As far as the
I agree.
And that has mystical creatures in it. This was a young girl stealing, first of all, the most expensive pigeon on the earth. Happens to be right over the bridge where she lives.
Happens to be in town.
Yes. And it's the great world of pigeon racing, which is just like blowing up everywhere, apparently, in Portland.
It's the next thing for teenagers, pigeon racing. Look for it. You're gonna have Malia is gonna be on this. Did you have her watch this? If you
I tried to get her to watch it, she's like, "No, Dad."
Okay, if she watches this, she's gonna say, "I want some pigeons to race."
That's what she want to do.
Because you don't know, she's gonna go cross the bridge and steal some pigeons.
She's gonna steal a $120,000 pigeon.
There's like a Russian pigeon mafia. That's when I
Yeah.
nearly was like, this is so stupid. What am I watching here? This is ridiculous. And what was her plan? Ultimately, like, okay, even if it's worth that much, who's gonna give a kid that much money? What is she gonna like? It was just not. I was just like, this is farcical. Like, this is not realistic. And I love Brian Cox, but I can no longer. I feel like I think I can't watch him act anymore. Because all I hear is the McDonald's commercials. He's the McDonald's guy.
Da, 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 da.
And I can't unhear it. And so I used to like him and now I don't like him.
I love Brian Cox and I still love McDonald's even though I'm not allowed to eat it.
He's the up guy.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you why I like this movie. I liked it a
It's the
lot.
period scene.
Yes. No. Okay.
Yes.
I've been through a divorce and I seen the what that girl and that kid was going through. You know, I remember what my oldest two really went through. And I was like, okay, I identify just through what I seen through my kids. So that's, and then the way, especially the way that the boy acted, I got my middle daughter kind of did that.
Okay, mute.
Not mute because that child never shuts up, but just the attitude, you know what I mean? I remember that through her. So that's why I really liked this movie. I could identify with just through what I seen through my kids.
Yeah, I can't relate there's nothing in this for me that I really could relate to. Like that. I mean, as far as like similar to you. I just nothing really hit me there. I think I don't like the girl who played in this. She was in the Florida Project when she was like smaller.
She was in Cocaine Bear.
Cocaine Bear. Yeah, I don't think she's a very good like kid actor.
That's what I recommended. I don't know. I was like, I didn't like her, and then all of a sudden there was this one scene where I was like, where did that come from? Because I was like, I didn't like her. I was like, I would have taken the Abby girl from Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret as the girl here over this one.
I didn't watch that movie, but I heard that girl's good.
She was.
She was really good. And this girl was not good, but there was one scene where I was like, that was a good scene. That was in the school. For her.
Was it the one in the school? Or no? Or was it with Brian Cox?
It was with Brian Cox.
Okay. Yeah.
And
I did like her in some of the ending part. Like I thought in the third act.
And then there was another scene with the mom, and that was where I was like, okay, the mom did a good job here. When the mom confronted her about something.
Yeah, she's on Yellowstone. Kelly Riley or whatever.
Kaylee Riley, yeah, she was in Sherlock Holmes. She was the wife of Jude Law's character. I liked her, but she was not. And then you've got Jonathan Togo from CSI Miami shows he's the dad, but he's like not in the picture, but you get like flashbacks of him. And I was like, okay, great. I got to fucking put a point on cast because I recognize that dude. But I like Brian Cox in this, but yeah, I did this movie didn't make sense how it came together.
No.
Because I was like, this would not happen.
Not in real, no.
This would not happen in real life.
Like she's a cop, like a detective cop.
Yeah, she's a detective. Not a very good
one.
You don't know her kid.
Not a very apparently because she didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, but I liked the scenes with the pigeons. I liked the visuals on that. There was that one where they were doing the race and I loved that. I thought that was an amazing shot. I would have, when the kids were laying there in the grass, I was like, you really need kind of like a parka or something to protect you from all the shit that's going to come down from the sky. Cause that's what's going to happen. You had like thousands of pigeons flying over your head. But there were things that I liked. I liked, the confessionals with the girl and Brian Cox's character and the wife, Brian Cox's wife, Carol, when were in there in the car together with the girl. There were things that I liked about it, and I liked the ending. I think the ending here is where I started to, as it was coming close to the end, I started liking this movie. And I was like, damn it, Rich. I like this movie, and I didn't think I was going to like it. I hated the trailer. I was like, there's no way I'm going to like this movie. I had already put this in third place in my outro. I was like, I was like, I think this is going to be third, and I actually had Watchers in first place and Bricklayer in second, and I was like, and I hadn't watched Little Wing yet, and then as my score is going up on Little Wing, I'm like, damn it! So I started moving it, moving, and then I was like, shit, it's in first place, and I was like, damn it. But you know what? I ended up liking the movie. I don't think I'd watch it again. I do think
I would either.
I definitely wouldn't. I didn't like
pigeon racing is a real thing. Birds watching and underground bird collecting is all those. I'm sure it is.
Evan,
I'm sure it is.
But
I like movies with breast milk and periods. Put that on a shirt.
Evan, so to Evan's point, he's saying that because of what I said about the birds and the Russian bird mafia. Even it's not like this. This is not a realistic portrayal of any sort of. So I don't want to hear that these exist. No, they don't. There's no Russian mafia like with
for pigeons.
It's not. It is not. This is totally fictional. So I don't want to hear that. Number two,
so bird racing is a thing, but
pigeon racing is a thing.
For IMD to call this a drama sports movie,
I didn't get that.
No,
and I'm like, okay, pigeon racing is a sport, but this is not about the sport, really. It's about the girl. Like, it's a coming of age story for the girl, and it's kind of like a, I'm getting the stick out of my ass for the old man.
Mm-hmm.
But even that, while I was watching it, I kept thinking to myself, like, who's the target audience for this movie? There are times where this feels like it's supposed to be for a young adult audience, which is not me. And then all of a sudden there's Russian mobsters, and this is for Rich. And then there's Russian mobsters and all this, stuff. And then it's not like it tries to be a little edgier or darker because there's. So this, first of all, the rating spoils it. When I turn the movie on, it says rated PG-13 suicide, and I'm like, well. Thank you for that. Immediately I'm thinking that. So while that, I won't touch on too much, but anyway, it tries to deal with that, but not really. They don't really go into it. I feel like this could have been better if they really dove in, but it seems like they didn't want to. They wanted it to be kind of on the peripheral. Let's make it okay for 12 and 13-year-olds. Let's not get too dark. Those Russian mobsters would have shot them all. But of course, they show up with no guns. They're just like, oh, the pigeon's free.
Hey, give us the pigeon back.
Yeah. And then the next scene, they're just driving away. I'm like, okay, that's silly. And then even the scene with the brother, the mute brother, and he's climbing on a thing, and Brian Cox is like, do it. They're encouraging this 12-year-old.
Well, first he's like, come down. And then he's like, okay, go ahead.
No one's standing under him to catch him. If he falls, he dies. Like, we're not even going to try.
I mean, at least back the truck up or something.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of silliness.
They're just standing there going, and then, and then the girl's like, I've never been so proud of my brother.
Yeah. And I have no interest in
pigeon racing. Breaking and entering really did it for you. All right. That's great.
The only thing I like about pigeons is that Mike Tyson likes pigeons. I'd rather watch a documentary.
Mike Tyson races pigeons.
Yeah, I'd rather watch a documentary of Mike Tyson taking care of pigeons than this. I hate that phrase for what it is. What is it? It's a movie. I don't understand that phrase. The movie's good for what it is. It's a movie. What does that mean? It's good for a movie? It's not good for a movie. I didn't like it that much. There's things about it I liked because this was my second highest. But on the whole, I would never watch this again, ever. It's unrelatable.
That's the general consensus for all three of us. I mean, I liked it. I dug it, but I would never.
It was short. That was good. 90 minutes.
Awesome. This. Sorry to cut you off, Rich, but Piper wanted. But that's it. Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna say the only reason why this movie is number one is because of the other shit that we had to watch.
Fair.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
It was a week.
It's a week.
Yeah.
And it happens sometimes. Sometimes
it does.
Because we don't know. We come in cold. We go, okay, these guys are coming out here, and Rich does the schedule. We put the list together of all the movies that are coming out, and then Rich breaks them up by week. And then I come in. I'm like, okay, yeah, that sounds good. Or let's move this one here, or let's add this one here.
I have a question for you guys on this movie. I want to know, do you guys feel, because I felt like there was a couple of scenes that were shoehorned in. One, I feel the period scene was shoehorned in.
It was.
Because
it was.
Throughout the movie, there's nothing.
There was no thing. And then all of a sudden it was like, I'm having a bad day.
Yeah. That and the scene.
Shopping.
I even had to question it. I was like, did she get her period? Is that what's going on? And then it was like, let's go shopping. And I was like, okay. So so I'm thinking she got her period. Yeah, I agree with that. I think that was forced in.
Yeah.
And the car scene with Carol, I think was forced in. The wife and her.
And the scene at the school with the projects where she's like, the guy who plays the cello, and she's like, I don't believe that.
Evan, we love you, brother. Thank you.
Thank you for suggesting this too. I liked it. No matter what Nate says, I liked it.
The scene with the cello, and she's like, I don't believe that old guy's her thing. Why is it gotta be all these old white guys? Why
Kieran, you know you can't speak English.
Why can't it be a woman? We need more. And I'm like, okay, here we go. Like, I'm already sick of movies doing this, and it just felt like it was added in to add it. Those scenes have no bearing on the plot of the movie, and I hate when they do stuff like that. That was annoying. I was just like, this is stupid. What does it have to do with anything? Nothing.
Yeah.
But they got to get it in there, I guess. Check the box. Yeah.
Oh.
A lot of box check scenes in this.
A lot of it checks some boxes for the teenage, the suicide and all that kind of stuff. I also have a review from Grant on this movie. So let's check that out. Here we go.
Smoothness.
Hey guys, Movie Buff Grant over here, and today I am going to be doing a by the numbers of Little Wing. Now, in my opinion, this movie I actually kind of liked, and probably one of the best, probably the most heartwarming movie for me so far this year. The cast was very responculent. The story was actually very well done. The cast was very interesting, and for me, with the direction on how it went, it was very, very, how do you want to call it? Rich Low vibe. You know what I mean? But I'm going to give Little Wing a 7 out of 10, which I actually fairly enjoyed. And Dave, Rich, hope you guys are doing well. And until then, be good.
Be good. So he gave it a 7 out of 10. He gave me this video like months ago.
Yeah,
I think he saw it in the theater. So he gave it back in March, but he gave me the score yesterday, and I'm like, okay, you gave it a 7 out of 10 in the video,
99,
but a 99 on the score. And he goes, yeah, I thought about it again, and I really liked it. And I was like, okay, so that's how I did. And then he gave me crap for not putting his scores in for the ones we did with his shirt off and his smoothness. And I'm like, I had a power outage, you bastard. Why are you giving me crap? And he goes, okay, I'll let you slide this time. I'm like, oh, thanks. But I was like, dude, you're lucky I even played those damn things.
Yeah.
That was so
I was having problems, and you're giving me crap because I didn't put your scores in.
Well, by the way, for our giveaway, only Evan would have won, but he left.
Yeah, Evan would have won, and he didn't actually say that he saw it. I know he saw it.
Yeah, I just know he did, and no one else watched it. So the secret question was, we were going to give it to whoever saw Sasquatch Sunset, and nobody saw it. The backup movie was Little Wing, and nobody saw it except Evan.
Evan.
I don't know. Whoever's still here, if you want to,
if you want the 4K of Chinatown, we thought it was a great idea at the beginning, but nobody saw it.
Watch these movies.
So if you want the 4K digital copy of Chinatown, hit us up in the chat.
Right, Jay.
First one gets it.
I may just give it to him because he's going to surgery. Anyway, and he's my buddy.
Yeah, Jay, you want it? If you want it,
Jay, if you want it, you better type. I hate taco pizza in the.
I was gonna say type smoothness in the chat.
Type smoothness. I like that too. Oh, he just said
smoothness in the chat.
Not good enough. Type smoothness.
He just said me. Type smoothness.
No, not enough.
Sure. No, smoothness. We want smoothness.
Watch someone else type it faster than him and steal it from right under.
Type.
Oh, he said with the first one. Okay, I hate taco pizza. Jay, it's yours.
We'll take that. We'll take that.
Take it.
We'll take I hate taco pizza. You get the digital copy of Chinatown.
I'll DM you, brother, and when we're done.
And good luck tomorrow on your surgery, bro.
You're gonna be fine. Watch Chinatown while you're recuperating.
Yeah.
Or
It's sparkling
Sasquatch Sunset.
4K. Yeah.
Or
No.
Sasquatch Sunset. All right, let's go to our highlights on Little Wing and then close this out. Let's see. Nate, your biggest is a 7 on here for acting. And then you have 6s for cast and ending. Everything else is 5s and 4s.
Yep.
Rich, you have a 9 for the story. And then you have 8s for acting, direction, and subgenre. 7s for ending and genre. I went 9 for acting. And then I went 8 for subgenre and 8 for ending, then 7s for story, visuals, direction, and sound. So let's go. What do we got? Oh, I said thank you. And Mega Mike, the movie man, is in the house.
What's up, Mega Mike?
What's up, Mega Mike? Good to see you. We are just finishing up, coming to our final scores on our number 1 movie, which it doesn't look like it by looking at the scores, but it's our number 1 movie this week, Little Wing. Let's take a look. IMDb is giving this a 6.0. Rotten Tomatoes critic score 50%. Audience score 80%. Audience seems to like it. Rich gave it a 70. I gave it a 69. Nate gave it a 50 for an average score of 63.
Sorry.
And that's our number 1 movie.
I brought it down. You know what?
And isn't that just a little sad?
I will be honest. I don't think I'm a hard judger, but I'm just not into everything. Like
Today, Juneteenth, and the bottom happened to be one. Okay. You want to pull the race card? That was just a horrible documentary.
Yes.
Probably made by white people, Jay. So don't worry about it.
It had, it was made by TMZ, which is all white people. So no, that has nothing to do. That had nothing to do with race.
Yeah,
that had to do with the fact that was horrible.
It sucked balls.
Now the Sasquatch Sunset, that was racial.
That was the worst. Well, that was the worst movie because I don't even think that movie was like a movie. Yeah, it was horrible. It was the race of skinny wienered creatures that walk in the woods.
Skinny wienered, milk shooting
nerds,
twat sniffing.
I don't believe you liked it. I don't believe you. I think you're lying. I think at this point it becomes a thing of like, I don't even think you really like it. You're just, you have to stick with that at this point because it's not good. There's no way you sat there and watched it and be like, I really liked this.
I did like it. I enjoyed it.
Didn't you saw it in the theater, right, Rich?
Yes.
Yeah, he saw it in the theater.
You paid money for it? Oh, you had free tickets?
Mm-hmm. Free ticket.
Still too much. Someone had to pay me to watch it.
You had to buy the popcorn, right?
Yeah.
No, I get free popcorn.
Thanks, Mike. You got that free ticket.
You sat there and was like,
Mike, we love you, brother.
Good. This is a good movie. I just can't believe it.
I enjoyed it, man.
I don't know how. I don't know how. This is why, all jokes aside, let's get serious. I love you guys.
We're getting serious.
Good friends. Definitely gonna one day.
Twat sniffing.
There you go.
That's on a shirt too.
Love you guys both. Great. Love working with you. We'll definitely be on the show in the future. You guys will be on our show in the future. One day we'll hang out. We'll get some pizza together. But Rich,
taco.
No,
taco
regular,
pizza.
real pizza. But Rich,
thanks,
I will never take a movie recommendation from you. I would never. If you were ever like, you should watch this, I will say no. I will not watch it. If the movie you think is good is Sasquatch Sunset, then absolutely not. I can't.
I enjoyed it.
That's you saying you enjoy it means it's good.
I mean, you almost gave it an 80 out of 100.
Yeah, you can't say I don't think this movie's good, but I like it. You think it's good?
There were 10s.
You like it.
There were 10s in your scores, bro, and I was like,
right.
I don't know.
We're just not on the same wavelength of movies at all. Like
I was, I had my hopes up because Rich was talking about it, and I'm like, I dig Sasquatch. I'm like, this ought to be interesting. And there was a Willow Creek reference, which kind of got me a little bit. Did you catch that at the end? The Willow Creek.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that.
And then the tent was orange in the movie from Willow Creek. So I was gonna say they called to that. They called to that, and I was like, "Are they gonna put this?" No, they didn't. I was like, "Fuck."
And I think there are times where me and Rich might like the same movie, but I would never. If you tell me something before I see it, I automatically think I'm going to hate it. It's like it's to that point of like, if Rich tells me to watch it, I'm not going to like it. I'm not going to like it.
If I tell Nate I liked it, he's going to go,
No, I'd at least consider.
Maybe I'll watch it.
Yeah, that might be good. If Rich is like, oh, you got to see this.
I think maybe if I recommend an action movie to him, he'd be like, okay, I'll see that.
I mean,
horror. If I recommend a period movie, you might watch it.
I won't. I don't want to watch that.
No period movies.
Yeah, like so. Rich, love you, brother.
It's like, hey Nate, we got this new movie called Sasquatch Sunrise. It's from the makers of Sasquatch.
And he'd be seated.
That's a sequel.
And
it's a sequel. It's a prequel. It goes back in time to when the alpha was a baby.
There's another movie. What was the other movie? Yeah. No, what was the movie that you hated that everyone likes? Like, that's the other thing. You dislike a lot of good movies, and then you like a lot of weirdo stuff. So we're just on opposite pages.
What movie were you talking about?
I don't remember which movie. Don't you hate Beetlejuice or something?
I don't like Beetlejuice.
Oh yeah, he doesn't like Beetlejuice.
I don't like that artsy.
Welcome to the Faces Radio Roast of Rich. Well, no, it's funny because they would like. I love the ones where Rich is like, "How is this number 3? I can't believe this. Who gave it the lowest score?" And it was him.
It doesn't matter. He doesn't even know he doesn't.
And he was like, "This should be number 1." He gave it a 60. And I'm like, "It was your fault, bro."
I just want to get in his brain and be like, what is it exactly that like when you watch a movie makes you be like, I do or don't like it? I have no idea. It doesn't make any sense. It's just totally random. You told us you hate Sam Raimi. You actually like him.
In my defense.
Yeah, no, he hates Bride. He does not like The Princess Bride. He does not like. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was like, wait, you don't like Princess Bride? Because I was like, when we did our fantasy movies, I was like, you got Princess Bride, and he's like, I hate that movie, and I'm like, what?
Incredible script. Don't like it. Not good.
Don't like it. And then another one, he hates his Groundhog Day, and I was like,
I hate that fucking.
You don't like Groundhog Day?
I mean, that one. 50-50.
It's not. I mean, I'm even like it's okay. I like it, but I don't watch it like all the time. Princess Bride, I watch all the time.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm trying to get a poster of that because I want a poster of that. Right now, I've got Big Trouble in Little China, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I've got John Carpenter's The Thing here. I've got John Carpenter's The Thing, and then I've got Aliens right here. So this is my 80s wall. I'm just doing 80s
Big
posters right here.
China's okay.
I love Big Trouble in Little China. Okay. Speaking of Big Trouble in Little China, on July 1st, I am going to be on Movie Club with Wilkie's Movies and Music. So I'm going to be with Corey, and we're going to talk about Big Trouble in Little China and then about collecting and stuff like that. So we're gonna watch Big Trouble in Little China, and we're going to review that on the show, and then we're going to talk about other stuff. So
nice. That'll be fun.
So that's July 1st. I'm going to be with Mega Mike the Movie Man on July 15th as a judge when it's going to be Criterion versus Arrow, where we're going to see, I guess they're going to present movies and we're going to pick which one wins or whatever. So that's going to be fun. And I have movies in both areas. So Mike called me in as a judge, so I'm going to be on that show on the 15th. And yes, I'm going to be on just about every Action Guys Movie Podcast show from here until 2025. I'm booked all the way up to the end of 2025.
You will be on this coming. So we record.
I'm on the 25th
Tuesday, and you're doing Godzilla with us, the 2014 Godzilla.
Yes,
Rich, what do you think about
Fearless.
that movie?
Yeah.
Okay, and Jet Li's Fearless. Yeah,
Jet Li's Fearless.
Correct. What do you think about that movie, Rich?
I don't think I've seen that.
I don't think you've seen it. Yeah.
So you can't hate it or love it because you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I do like about Rich, though. He likes what he likes. I don't understand it, but
I love his take. That's the thing. The best thing about Rich as a partner is his take is unique, and it makes my take seem unique. Because I kind of
sensible.
I kind of I'm the sanity. I've never been the voice of sanity in a room, and I'm the voice of sanity when it comes to Rich and I. And I love it. But I love Rich's. When Rich brings up these movies, and I'm like, some of these I haven't even heard of, and I'm like, let's do it and watch it. And sometimes
there was a movie called Dick Shark. I almost put on.
You talked about that.
Not
Yeah,
for this
we
week.
almost-
I wouldn't have watched it. Like, no.
What's up, Steve?
What's up, Steve?
Good
I
to
wasted
see
my
you.
time
We're
or money
mostly
on it.
done, but we're still chatting because we
I'm sorry.
we
Yeah,
love Nate.
we when we come on here, our shows always go a little long because we just like to talk crap and laugh. So it's my fault, guys. I'm sorry.
No,
It's totally cool. We love doing these shows. We love having
Mhm.
guests on the show because it adds a different element, somebody else
Yeah.
that that can either be a voice on Rich's side,
Yeah,
More
which
likely
didn't
it's
happen
not.
today, or a voice on my side.
I can't ever. I don't know. I think I liked Inside Out and Rich liked it, but of course he
Well,
liked
I
it
love
more than I
Inside Out,
did.
too.
So it's like it's like the greatest. I'm like, it's good. It's
Oh,
really
I love
good.
Inside Out too.
I
Wait,
can
you
vouch.
score.
Dave is not the voice of reason. Anytime any shenanigans were going down, Dave would be like, "Yeah, let's do that." I actually have a shirt that says "That's a horrible idea." What time?
Jay said we're picking on Rich, kind of. I like that. It's kind of, not really.
Kind of.
Kind
No,
of.
but
we're
back to
we're
Inside Out,
picking
too.
on him in
This is
friendship
one of my
because
favorite movies
we
this year.
we like him, and
Yes, I
he
like
doesn't take offense to it because we don't mean any offense. We just
Oh, no.
we love teasing him about it, and then
I
it's-
only like teasing people who are okay with it. If he was
Yeah.
like, getting
If you-
very upset,
if-
I would not do it.
when we tease Rich the first time and he didn't get butthurt about it, I'm like, great, we can
That
keep
was it.
doing that.
Oh,
So,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
because he knows it exactly. It's a roast. It's out of love and respect. It's not.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with like you suck, so I'm not going to have you on the show anymore. It's not.
Yeah.
No.
You say,
Um,
Rich, you're a dumb idiot. Nobody said
No.
that. That would
No.
be mean.
No. Although, yeah, I was told I was. But
Someone said
but
to you?
that ended up blocking that person because
Oh,
that
I
person was
remember
like,
that.
yeah, I was like, I can't believe you put that person on the show and blah blah blah.
I
and
remember that.
I was like,
remember
fuck
your-
you. I was like, you have who are you? Are you paying for the show? Are you the producer? Because I was like, no. And then she like got a hold of Rich's account and started
Yeah.
and sent him like a novel. I was
People
I
are
was
really
like, oh
wild
my
out
god.
here in the.
He goes,
in the
how do I block somebody?
Yeah.
We don't mean any offense, but I'll never take a movie recommendation from Rich ever again. Nate.
Never the first
Yeah, I
time.
didn't recommend this movie.
I
This was
get
just put
roasted
on
all the
list.
time by Nate.
Yeah, Jay does too. I do say he lives in Idaho. You know what it is? It's just like that's how I grew up. All my friends, we always used to just clown
Yep.
on each other. So whenever
Yeah.
I become friends with people, it's like it comes out up to a point, like, and if they do it to me all the time, because I'm not that tall. I'm kind of short. Alex always messing with me because he's 8 feet tall and I'm not. So, it happens.
It was about me, wasn't it, Dave? 5 hours aren't for the faint of heart. Dude, when we did the high five with Mike, we went like 4.5 hours.
Woo!
And I was like,
Oh,
I was
that's
like,
when I had to
dude,
throw up and shit.
yeah, he had to leave. He's like,
I was like, oh.
all of a sudden he was turning green, and I'm like, bro, are you okay? And he just, I gotta go.
Nice.
And he was gone. I'm like, okay, Rich is gone. And he's like, dude, I was like almost shit my pants. And I was like, you're not feeling well. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I
But-
need to pull up Rich's letterbox and just make like a best of compilation of like, look at
should.
these scores. What is he doing? I don't understand. Like great classic movies, 2 garbage ass movies, 3.5 to 5. I'm like, what? Ooh, how? I don't know. Whatever. But I've done trying to figure it
Yeah.
out. I don't want to know. I just want Rich to know, and that's
It's
it.
funny. I can't remember the exact movie, but there was one movie where he was like, dude, I really like that movie. And I was like, okay, cool. I can't wait to watch it. And then I look at his letterbox and it's 3 stars.
Ah!
And I'm like,
But 3 stars is I like the movie.
yeah, 3 stars. You like the
That's
movie, but not
barely- that's
really
a
like the
barely
movie.
liked it.
Well,
Like, it was
because
fine.
he and I are kind of on the same page. If it's 3 stars or above, it's like 3 stars. I liked it. 3.5 to 4, I would watch it again. 5 stars, I'm buying it. That's, or in
So
my
you guys
case, it's like
score-
4 stars and above. I'll buy it.
In your
Um,
brain, do you always score? I don't score letterbox style. I score on there because they force me. I'm a 10 guy. I like out of 10. I don't really like 5.
Yeah.
Doesn't give me enough. There's not enough
no,
nuance.
I go out of 100. So it's
Yeah,
not,
that's true. You do out of 100.
yeah,
Me?
I do out of 100, but I divide it by 10. So my score on Letterbox
Ah,
ends up
10
being
scale.
like 7.3 or something like that.
Mhm.
But then I give it like 3 stars or 3.5 stars.
Yeah, you have to do.
I'm
like,
not that difficult. Anytime I watch
No,
a movie, I do it.
Rich is real easy
Yeah,
with it.
I do Days Away for the show, and
Yeah.
then I think about for Letterboxd if I would watch this again. You know what I mean? This is just
So
my
anything
enjoyment.
3 and more, you would watch again.
Yeah, more likely.
Anything 3 or more, he likes it. Anything
Mhm.
2.5 or less, he didn't like it.
Yeah.
So when I'm going through my collection, like I watch movies, I score on 10. So I'm like, okay, 3 is a 6 out of 10. But I like the halves, like 6.5, 7. There's a little more nuance when you have 10. But like if I watch a movie that I own and I would give it a 5 or less, I get rid of it. I don't keep it because like I'm not gonna watch that again. So, so yeah, it's 6 out of 10. Pretty much like there's value. It's barely passing to me. A 6 out of 10 is like a C in my mind, which it passes barely. It's like the minimum you get to pass. So, yeah, 3 out of 5. I get that. But I hate Letterboxd. I wish you could give something a 0. You can't really.
Yeah.
You can just not
I've given out some half a stars.
Yeah,
He's giving out some half stars.
Sasquatch got a half star from me on there.
Yeah, he gave a half star to Groundhog Day, and I'm like, okay.
He's on crack.
No,
Rich,
but for right now, like for me right now, I'm going through my whole collection, watching it in alphabetical order, and as I'm watching, I'm scoring them Dave's way, the lowdown way. So if we have to watch that movie, I've already got that shit.
If we have to do the movie, he's already got it on paper.
I got that shit scored.
If we have to watch this John Cusack movie from 2009, I gotta make sure
I've got my score. I don't have to do this again.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm trying to score all my movies, so I'm only on letter F.
Yeah, I'm currently watching all the Kino Lorber 4Ks. I have all of them, so I'm just going alphabetical. Except when new ones come in, then I have to just push them to the end. But I'm on. I have to watch The Longest Yard, the Burt Reynolds one. That's the next one I have to watch. But that's just for fun. I'm not doing a video on it. I'm not doing nothing like that.
Yeah,
but
I've seen that one. I like that one, and I do like the Adam Sandler remake. I thought that was pretty good.
I'm just not an Adam Sandler guy.
You're not. I'm not an Adam Sandler guy either. He's a one for me.
I like Wedding Singer. I like
the girliest
John
movie.
Cusack is top tier.
The other girl ones, right?
He does not like John Cusack, dude.
I don't like John Cusack either. But I do like the one where he holds
John Cusack. I'm, Better Off Dead, Gross Point Blank all day. Yeah. I like all that stuff.
What's that other Adam Sandler movie I like?
Spanglish.
I like Spanglish.
You like all like the women movies that he did.
I like 50. I like
Wedding Singer.
That's the only other movie I liked.
That was okay. 50 First Dates.
I like 50 First Dates because of Drew Barrymore. I like Drew Barrymore in it, and I like Sean Astin with the mesh shirt and speaking with the lisp. I thought that was good.
I like a good amount of Sandler movies. Everything before like Grown Ups and stuff. I'm Jack and Jill. Everything before that. I like a lot of them.
Yeah, I'm not a like Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison and all that. I didn't care for that.
So
I don't like the stupid shit like the Water Boy.
Love the Water Boy. It's funny.
I'm back and forth with Waterboy. It's like I have to be in the mood for it.
Yeah.
And then kind of like Dodgeball. I like Dodgeball, but I have to be in the mood for it.
He gotta like Dodgeball because Jason Bateman has a scene.
Yeah, I do like Dodgeball. We watched it not too long ago for one of the lowdowns, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the top 10s we did Dodgeball.
One day I'll figure out the puzzle that is
Rich. It's an enigma, and it's wrapped in a mystery, and it's I guess it's dipped in Sasquatch shit now, but it's dude, I could not do this show without Rich.
I love this.
I love having Rich on the show. I love his views on these movies, whether I agree with him or not. I love his views on the movie. So, Rich,
yes,
keep
doing what
you are.
Doing, yeah. Keep staying out here. You're speaking for somebody. Somebody
Waterboy is good stuff. That's a foosball. That's the devil's. That's the devil's sport. I caught these movies at the right age. I like the stupid humor stuff Sandler did. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean,
I'm a little younger than you guys too. I watch these movies at a different age than you watch these movies.
Yeah.
So that probably does affect it as well.
Yeah, I was already, married, kids.
I was in like middle school when some of these came out. So
yeah. All right. This has been great, guys. But let's shut it down for the night.
Well, let me tell you what movies we got coming next.
Yeah, what have we got going on for episode 73, Rich?
We got Inside Out 2, which I think is an early Oscar contender. Bratz on Hulu. Viewer discretion advised, which is another 2B documentary.
Good luck.
We got Trigger Warning, starring the award-winning Best Actress Jessica Alba.
Oh, that's my girl. What's that on? What's that on?
That's on Netflix.
Debuts
Rich,
tomorrow,
gonna warm up your
I was like, hey, there's something with somebody famous on it, and I was like, I don't remember who I was talking to, and I was like, oh yeah, it's Trigger Warning, it's Jessica Alba, and he's like, she's not famous.
She is a horrible actress, and
She's a horrible actress.
And then we got a movie I watched last night, Boys in the Boat on Prime Video.
I saw that at the theater.
That's what I'm excited to see.
Pick, Dave.
Yeah, this was my pick. I'm excited to see that. I wanted to see it in the theater, but I missed the mystery movie. So I didn't end up getting to see it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that. I can't wait. I've already seen Inside Out 2. And I'm gonna tell you the theater experience was atrocious, but
let me tell you, the theater experience for me was fantastic. I mean,
it's because you live in the wilderness. There was nobody there.
I went to the bigger theater.
Dude, the theaters were the screens were sold out when I was there. I had to wait an hour and a half to get a screen that was open that had seats available. So we ordered pizza and chicken wings, and we just sat in the lobby eating, waiting for our movie to start. And then we got there, it was packed. But yeah, it was
60% full.
It was packed.
Thursday night.
We were capacity, except for like the very front row.
I'm letting y'all know right now. I'm watching that Jessica Alba movie tomorrow when it comes out.
I think it's tomorrow, Friday, one of the two.
Tomorrow, the 21st.
Jay, come back. I think you're coming back on
the 3rd,
Friday,
on the 3rd of July, right?
Yep. Also, guys, I have all of July's movies up on the Instagram page.
Yep.
And if you want to join us, just again hit us up, Instagram, text, whatever. We'll add you no matter if there's already a guest or not. The more, the better.
Yeah.
And the week of July 17th is what do we call it? The summer movie.
It's our summer movie blockbuster week.
Yeah.
Because it's mainly theatrical.
Oh, they're all theater.
Movies. They're all theater movies.
Speaking my language now.
Yeah.
Real movies.
Real movies. I'm gonna send the invite to Nate and anybody who really wants to
jump in, because usually I take the first 2 weeks off in July for my anniversary, which this year I'm celebrating my 30th anniversary on the 7th.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
But we're not celebrating our anniversary until the end of the month, when my buddy John from Spirits with Spirits in Colorado, him and his wife are coming here to celebrate their first anniversary with us. So we're gonna double date, celebrate our anniversary, go to the coast and have a great time. And we have an actual live paranormal investigation that we're doing on August 1st. It's at the Barn Theater in Porterville, California. I got clearance for it, so we're going to be there overnight live streaming the event. So that's going to be a lot of fun, except for Rich, where he's like, no. But anyway, I'm sorry, Rich, go ahead.
I just say that's some crazy ass white people shit.
It is.
Do I get to plug in real quick?
Nate, we want you back for a second, but usually we record the first 2 weeks of July.
Yeah.
So we just do like streaming stuff, and then we come back and with an all theatrical thing. So we're still going to do that, but we're still just doing our stuff live at the first part of the month.
So I'll check my schedule. I will most likely have seen or see all the movies you picked anyway. So I will, if I can join again, if I get out at 6 that Wednesday, I'd be happy to join you guys. Mind really quick if I just give a couple of plugs?
Oh yeah.
David's going to be on our show recording this week. Like we said, he'll be over on, if you guys like action movies and you don't already follow us, we have the Action Movie Guys podcast. This is me and Alex, the other Geeks and Flicks person, my partner in crime. And we just do action movies there. So David's going to be on. Rich has been on before. He signed up for some future episodes too. I got to remind him when they get closer. But Harrison's going to be coming on. Evan has been on. He's going to be back. Rob, Jay, they've all been on. So that's strictly a podcast. You can find it here on YouTube, Action Movie Guys, or you can get it on Spotify, Apple Music, all the what's the other one? The one that's popular, iHeartRadio. We're on all that crap. So that's number one. Number two, we have a live show every 2 weeks over on Geeks and Flicks. This Sunday, we're going to be doing all 90s movies. Dude Who Loves Movies is going to be coming on the show.
Cody,
Cody, yeah.
He's super nice.
I love that guy. I invited him
Good
on.
guy.
He was like, heck yeah, let's do it. So I've worked with him on Mike's channel, Mega Mike, a couple
That's
times.
where I met him.
Yeah, so he's a first-time guest on our channel. So Dude Who Loves Movies will be there with us on Sunday to talk 90s movies. And then I will be back. I'm going on Mega Mike's channel too some week, the first week in July. They're doing the winners of the Split the Room game. I won one of them. So it's like the Tournament of Champions.
Yeah.
I don't know when that is because they're waiting on me to check my schedule. So it'll be sometime in the beginning of July, but busy. And then every week, 2 podcast episodes. So if any of that sounds fun, or even if it doesn't, still just give us a like or something.
Just
Yeah,
go.
because they have Nate's reviews out of the theater reviews are really great.
Oh my god, I forgot. I do out of the theater reviews every week, every Friday. This week will be the Bike Riders. That's what I'm going to review for Friday. Alex every Wednesday. He's been busy. He's got a lot of kids, but every Wednesday does the DC Retro Rewind review. So his next movie is Batman 1989.
Oof.
Yeah, he's up to you don't like Batman either?
No.
Turn off his camera.
okay.
Can you turn him off? Get him out of here. Mute him.
Sure, I can do that.
Appreciate it. So he'll be doing Batman.
It's okay movie. It's not a Batman movie. It's a Joker movie.
Just stop. Just don't say
Okay,
anything.
guys, I'll be right back. Nate, continue plugging. I gotta step away for a second. My dog needs to go out. I'll be right back.
All right, he's gonna be doing Batman 1989. But he's watching all the DC live action movies, all of them, and so he's doing that every Wednesday. And then I'm currently building my 50 states, 50 movies video series. I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be reviewing one movie from every state in the United States, as voted on by you.
And I love that you're doing that. That is so unique.
Yeah,
I love that.
There's one that I overruled the votes. I'm just going to say, but every single one. I overruled the Your Next one for some state, but the whole movie takes place in a house, and I'm like, this is not going to represent this state at all. I think it's Missouri. So that one I overruled, but everything else I'm going with whatever people vote for, and I will be reviewing the movie, but also reviewing how much the state factors into that movie and if it's a good representation. That's the thought process. So that's going to take a while because I'm still like getting all the votes. So it's like 2 months worth of getting votes, and then I'll start doing.
I like the choices you picked though. All the movies, for the most part, have been pretty good.
Yeah, the only thing with the votes is like people just vote for the movie they like best, and I don't think they're understanding the concept of like always the movie that the state that represent like what. Okay, Forrest Gump one from Alabama, I get that one, but like there's some other ones where it's like Minnesota, Jennifer's Body one, and I'm like Fargo is way more Minnesota than Jennifer's Body.
I'm surprised you didn't have Mallrats in there.
That's in Minnesota?
Oh, it was filmed in Minnesota. Never mind.
It has to be set.
Yeah, you're right. It was filmed in Minnesota.
So that's a big project I'm working on, and hopefully it comes out okay. And I do all 50 states.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, thank you.
And right, Alex's take on the DC. I love Alex's enthusiasm when he loves something. You know, he just. I just like the way he does.
It's infectious. He's off the rails when he's like,
it's even better when he hates it.
Yeah,
it's just funny.
Well, yeah, when you get either extreme, like when we have him on the show and he hates the movie, I love it.
Yeah,
it's gold.
My first interaction, I remember Nate and Alex was on D-Ray's battle for something. I don't remember what it was, and I knew I liked Alex the moment he talked about the Lord of the Rings box set.
Me and him battled each other. Me and Alex.
Is that what it was? I don't remember which one it was.
I beat him, by the way. Everybody remember that. I beat him.
I remember him losing.
Nate won. Nate won that.
Nate won.
And
yeah, he hated it. He reviewed the Lord of the Rings 4K box set.
That was before I even knew who you guys were.
Yeah,
I just happened to be on the panel, and I was like, "This dude's awesome." Then it kind of took off from there.
Yeah, I feel like some of our people come for Alex, some of them come for me, and everyone comes for the two of us. Everyone comes for the two of us together.
Yeah, Sasquatch Sunset, baby.
Yeah,
I didn't mean it like that, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, we know what you mean.
Yeah, he has. There's a lot of people that were with that before I started working with him. They knew him. And there's some people that I brought from my past endeavors, so it's like a good mix. And then we have people who just found us together. So
that's how I found you guys was just through again what 4K D-Ray did with the battles. I like how it started off just for fun, and the people took it too serious. But you notice relationships built there. You know, like Dave and I.
Yeah.
And then us meeting you through D-Ray. You know, I always appreciate for what he did for that.
I think that was the first time I saw you guys too, was on D-Ray's battle. And then I went and watched Geeks and Flicks, and I was like, man, I love their chemistry together. The way the two of them work together and work off of each other. Awesome. And I was like, that's what I want. So
it's fun.
So I grabbed Rich.
To have two people you can bounce off of each other, and but you're just sitting there by yourself. Like I do the out of the theater reviews by myself. Reviews is one thing, but to do a live show, it's so much more fun when you're not there by yourself talking to a screen or to a chat, you know?
Yeah. If you're just, I mean, you know, when you're doing a review, it's like 5 minutes and you're like, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Okay, bye. See you later.
Yeah. So
it's totally cool. But yeah, I remember the first episode I did on YouTube was awful. And it was
by yourself, right?
I was all by myself. It was the Lowdown Awards. And I was on for like an hour and a half going, there is nobody here. I've got nothing in the chat. Nobody's popping on. And I was like, this is stupid. I finished it. I did all the awards. And then I was like, this is stupid. I'm going to go.
I'm a firm believer in finishing it. If you start it,
I started it. I'm going to finish it. I finished the whole thing, all 17 fucking awards. It took me an hour and 22 minutes. And then I was like, shit, I need a co-host.
But look now you do that award, you got like 4 people on there. And
now we got and the 4 of us work so well off of each other.
Yeah. Especially when Rich picks those weirdo movies. It's just
Rich picks a weirdo movie. Alex cusses him out for it. You and I laugh.
Why you pick that show, God? Yes, great. I love it.
Love it. It's awesome.
Well, you guys are on the live soon. We're reworking the show. So it's not going to be, it's going to be pure topic based, but segments. So the good thing is you guys go to theaters, you guys do, you know, it's going to be still movie and entertainment based, but we won't be necessarily giving like this week we're doing 90s movies and like picking, like showing movies, recommending. It's not really going to be movie recommendations so much anymore on the live show. It's going to be discussion based. So we'll definitely have you guys on. And we just go through topics and we just round robin and talk about them.
Let us know. We're in for sure.
Great community, except Jay.
I'm think about your guys' community. Every time I pop in on a live Sunday nights, it's sometimes hard for me because I'm working and I'm just exhausted on Sunday night.
Yeah,
but they're so friendly, you know.
Yeah,
I love that, and we're starting to see some of your people come over to our channel, and we're always thankful for that.
We sent our friendliest, Jay and Rob. We said, go help others.
Go.
Rob goes to every live show. He's on like
Rob.
Go help. It was like when Rob suddenly appeared on ours. I'm like, dude, Rob, what's up?
And I went to this. I did this behind the scenes Warner Brothers Paramount Studio. I did them with Rob. We went around and saw where all the movies were made. He's the best. Rob's the best. Love him.
He's a guy I would hang out with, definitely.
He's super cool.
And then Stephanie is one that recently just started coming over to our show.
Yeah, we really appreciate that.
And I was like, hey, it was so funny because I was like, I know that name.
Yeah.
The first time she showed up, I was like, I know that name.
Yeah.
I can't remember where from.
She's awesome.
And I was like, oh, it was the Halloween thing with the,
That's right. But don't call her Steph. Make sure you always call her Stephanie. She doesn't like
we always say Stephanie.
Yeah, she hates it. She yelled at us about it one time.
I bet.
Good.
I bet.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, but yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, you guys.
Let's get out of here.
This has been an amazing show. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Thanks to the 13 people that are still live with us. Really appreciate you being here. Thank you guys for watching us on the replay. We'll see you next time on the Faces for Radio podcast. Bye, everybody.
God bless.